doing a quick makeup show because we missed the My Part of Town podcast yesterday because I was goofing off doing a little too much. Happy birthday, aka Feliz Cumpleaños to Mr. B.A.S. Hopefully he'll be able to come in the show. He said he's going to definitely be with us last night, but I lunched on the show because I was too busy, so he may or may not be able. Let's give Mr. B.A.S. a shout out tonight for his birthday. Feliz Cumpleaños to Mr. B.A.S. We're going to have our Philly bio of the week is Mr. Peedi, aka Peedi Crakk, a rapper from Philly, and we'll talk about his history, what's going on with him as a person of the day, and also review some other videos. I'm first going to start the show off with a bunch of long form videos for the first hour of the show, so I can have like a TV show before the podcast. So you have some stuff to watch and just enjoy without interruption. And then the second half of the show will be us actually talking, conversing, and etc. So I'm trying something new. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see what we got here. Big bang. Boom. Save it. Hit this. Back in here. I'll just throw this in the comments for no reason. Bang bang. All right. And here he is for TV. All right, and we can bring down this overlay. Sorry, guys, I'm bringing up the show a little bit earlier than usual, so I can get some videos to go and start. I'm just playing videos for like the first hour till like 9 o'clock, and then that's when we'll get to talking. I'm a little bit behind, but I'm sure you guys don't care. So we'll get to that. If you love the hat, so do I. Anyway. I should have some music or something going too, I guess, to calm your souls while I work. So I'll give you some lo-fi. That while I get myself organized with these videos. Normally I go and buy stuff, but since I'm going with such a long for video thing, I'm gonna go with Volo Television. I made a new playlist on Volo TV, so I'm gonna see how this playlist works out time wise. Because it looks like it's so much work. I meant to actually start this earlier, but whatever, right? You build while we fly, son. Oh, from that I'm hitting no. It's probably called a super perfect happy spit, I smack it in your booty hard like a chicken dough. I tell you that I'm mommy that'll put the super bowl. Reload, roller, show, open it.
Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Trying to figure this out real quick. Welcome to the Neo Photo Show. Some music. There we go. 1 2 1 2. I was gonna do a whole introduction video. Nah, I ain't got time for all that. Like I said, this is the Neo Volo Show. We about to rock it for y'all. Spit some real quick. You know what I mean? See if y'all down with it. It goes something like this. Hoping the music, I can hear it loud enough. I do some better edits later on. So like I was saying, this is the Neo Volo Show. Sitting here chilling in the multiverse. That's right, the multiverse has you. Consumes you. Actually, we are the consumers. The new N-word. It's the consumers. So as I kick my mic check, let me think. All right, where should I begin? I saw the Matrix Resurrection today, New Year's Day. Started off with major motion picture. And actually, I kind of enjoyed it. It was kind of a dope. You know what I mean? It was all right. It wasn't dope. It was all right. It wasn't completely whack, should I say? It was whack though. Let me try to make some sense out of that. Anybody that down with the Matrix, y'all, we Matrix. The first movie was our first love. Then I actually enjoyed the Animatrix. The Animatrix was dope because it was everybody's creative ideas making what they thought the Matrix was. So I did like Animatrix too. Then when the second movie came out, it was alright. I like that the action and seeing Neo in full Superman mode, mental whatever cyberspace Superman mode or whatever. That was dope. So by the third movie, I was kind of burnt out by it, and I knew they was trying to get into the philosophy behind it, but it was already like, come on, it was white Jesus, like you know what I'm saying, to be real. So this new movie, the fourth one, is actually entertaining in that it makes fun of itself. There's no real spoilers there. I mean, that's just the kind of like the moral of it, like and it is what it is. Like, it's like, all right, we starting all over again or whatever. We're gonna do 4, 5, or 6 maybe, but ain't nobody falling for it a fifth and sixth time. Like, come on. And the only reason why I watched because it was on HBO Max, and I had that for I got that for the holiday season or whatever. I'm about to cut that. In fact, let me cut that off as soon as I get off this video thing before they hit me up in 10 days for another month of this garbage. But yeah, this is the Volo show. This is what I'm gonna be. I'm trying to do. So just gonna throw some podcasts out there in the space somewhere, see what they do, what they do, what they do. You know what I'm saying? So this is the first one of this, I guess series. I'm gonna call them mini podcasts. I ain't trying to rap for no 3-4 hours. I do a weekly show with my cousin. His show is called Philly Thing Show. I'm gonna promote that some more, and that's over on Twitch. He throws that on here on YouTube too. Um, but I try to figure out how to throw links and descriptions and all that stuff. Other places you can find me. My main is Facebook, but Facebook is the metaverse now. So I mean, Facebook is about to all that's going to be. All it is a hub to just hey, this is what's going on, and keep it moving. And YouTube's that same thing, but at least it's like, all right, let me get into this podcast and see what see if I can throw some creative stuff out here and see if I can get some likes, hit that like button. So I mean, that's it in a nutshell. But let me tell y'all what I'm really about. Like, my son, I have a seed, 10-year-old seed, just getting going into the adolescence, and he needed a project. And the first thing I gave him to give to his class was hip hop. I mean, because that's just like that's the one thing we got in common. Like he thinks it's video games, because I play video games. You know what I mean? I'm an Intellivision head. Like I go way back to that. So he thinks it's video games, but it ain't video game. He ain't really into Teen Titans or anything like that right now. He's still in. Well, we watch Teen Titan Go together, but he ain't into Batman Superman yet. See, I was into Batman Superman early age, but not Superman necessarily. I was Batman, Spider Man, uh, Iron Man. I say you used to like Iron Man a lot too. But and Wolverine. Wolverine was my man. Oh, I read 100 million Wolverine comics. But I'm getting off topic. So the project I gave him when he was hip hop, it was like, son, here, this is what hip hop is. Hip hop, what they tell you is just music, but no. It's more than that. It's an American culture created by the children of the 1960 civil rights movement. I'm gonna repeat that a couple more times in the next videos, not today though. Think about that. So when I was a growing up, Malcolm X was hip. Martin Luther King was hop. He was the movement. That was the intelligent movement. You know, we was the left. Now the left is a bunch of sagging pants and innocent. You know what I mean? Like, they taking over. But anyway, I ain't, it's like now you hating us. I ain't hating us. Like, I'm just letting you know what it really is. Like a black liberal Democrat is an oxymoron. We really don't like y'all calling us that. That's like using the N-word. You know? Professor Black Truth, he dropped the other day, it was like woke is the new N-word. And I was like, yo, you gonna kill him with that. They ain't that's over their heads. You know? That's what they doing. They going woke. And it's like, yo, they talking about us, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're talking about black people. That's what you're talking about. The left. That's what they talking about. Black people. Democrat. That's what they talking about. You know? That's why they bringing the immigrants, and the immigrants are finding out the same thing. So, yeah, I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna be on my grown folk talk on here too. It's just religion, politics, and science. Religion, politics, and science. The three congruent angles in the same equilateral triangle. Whoa. Yeah, I'm in the metaverse. Yeah, I'm in the metaverse. So, I just wanted to throw the intro out there. This is the new Neo Volo show. I'm going to, throw it out there. I don't want to take up too much of y'all time. About 10 minutes at a time or whatever. See if I can spark a thought. It's definitely gonna be hip hop. That's what it's all about. They're trying to take over our culture. You know what I'm saying? That's all they really trying to do. They're trying to redefine our culture. Dang, why that join in space like that? Whoa, what's going on here? Am I waking up? Let me end it on this note, right? My name is Bolo Tham, Modulus Tautology here in the metaverse. The tautology is comes from wait. Why is that in space like that? I'm gonna leave it there too. Ain't got time to be looking around. Why are you in space pointing at me? Anyway, but let me end this real quick. Then hit reset and try to figure out what's wrong with my system. So I started this thing with the trying to teach the double negation. You know what I mean? There's two bad cancel each other out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, here we go. You know what I mean? People want to get deep. But I'm simplifying it to subtraction of a negative is logically equivalent to addition. So all these negative thoughts that you letting take control of your life instead of just looking at the mountains and appreciating, well, this was inspired by God. This is all digital. So I'm gonna end on this note. Love is true. Hate is false. Love is true. Hate is false. Love is true. Hate is false. Yeah, man. Get this control panel out And I don't even know how long I was running. I don't even know if I could see how to see that. But until next time, drop something tomorrow, maybe. Might drop 2 tomorrow. I just had to get something up on the first day of the year. And let's make this 2022. And I'd say 2020 TOO. Because let's go, Brandon. I mean, disrespect is crazy, yo. But till the next episode, peace, compassion, unity. Keep having fun. You know what I mean? God's will. This is all God's will. All right, y'all. We'll talk more about this hip hop tomorrow. See you later. 1. God, that is. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. I'm gonna do it. I'll probably do an intro one day. Welcome to the Neo Volo Show. Drop some music on it behind the backgrounds this time. You see my virtual hands. This is episode, we call it mini-so. This is mini-so number 2. This is only my second show. I'm at 63%. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna time myself and I'm gonna give myself 10 minutes. Just to drop a thought on y'all, let y'all know what's going on. You know what I mean? Last episode I mentioned David Carroll. He's passed away, rest in peace, 2021. He was one of my first kind of YouTube people that I would follow. And I am jumping right into it this week. And he passed away. He was 54 years old, I'm hearing. And he was an inspiration. So I think part of what watching him for years inspired me to just go out there and throw 10 minutes on the thing and just see it do what it do. Now this young man right here, and I say young man because I'm a 71 baby, so I know I got him by a couple years. But this is Mr. Eric July. If he's definitely one of my top 5, top 10 YouTubers. I follow his show all the time, and I wanted to point out here this episode that he dropped the other day. Well, he does a podcast every day, 3 hours. I'm not doing that 3-hour thing. I do a 3-hour with Philly Things, yo. So you can check me out on there. But I'm just going to drop 10 minutes and then, see what y'all, So anyway, the culture wars here is what Eric July is saying on this video. And if y'all get a chance on YouTube, go check him out. He has his own website. I'm gonna try to hook up with that and see what he's, other things that he's about. You see, he's about comic, gaming, liberty, music. But he's a good dude. He's and he's one of the people that motivate me to go. I want to get on here, but I want to talk about adult things. So I'm going to want to talk about religion, politics, and science. We need more people talking about those type things on here. Oh, how I do that? Okay, that's the volume over there. On YouTube, should I say? So I'm just starting my page. I've been on YouTube for almost 4 years or so. Probably longer than that. But I finally finally in with a name and everything to become part of the culture, or should I say the community? Because this, being a part of the community is culture. But right here, he's talking about the culture wars here, and that's what inspired me to do this episode. But I just wanted to show this all to you that he talks about what he talks about. But I just wanted to share some of his. I just wanted to share information right there. All right, so I'm going to quit this right here. Come back to a more comfortable environment here in the metaverse. So anyway, this episode here, y'all can hear the beat and music in the background. I'm gonna edit this one this time. This is my study, I guess. See the O, right? Got the fireplace. I'm calling this episode I ain't no goat. Yeah, I'm playing off Rakim's I Ain't No Joke. But I'm talking about I ain't no goat. Like if I just throw out there, let me give y'all like my top 5 is way different than a lot of people. Number 1, Killer Priest. Now you're gonna have to do a lot of research to see who Killer Priest is. But Killer Priest is my number 1 right now. Been my number 1 for a couple years. Ever since the second ward of Walter Reed, I was like, yo, Killer Priest is back. But I'm gonna throw a top 5 for y'all real quick. You know, this ain't mine, but you know, this is one that I've heard before. Big Daddy Kane, number 1. Rakim, number 2. Kool G Rap, number 3. Slick Rick, number 4. KRS-One, number 5. And people want to hate on it. That's why I'm saying no goat. I ain't no goat. The goat is the judge. Y'all ready for that kind of understanding? Like when I was a young buck, I went to my dad introduced me to I would have brain freeze right now. Joe Frazier, heavyweight champion of the world from Philadelphia, because I'm from Philadelphia. And I went and I shook Joe Frazier's hand. I was like 10, 11, or 12. I was a young buck. But, you know, the motivation from there was like, I got to go to Joe Frazier's gym. I got to box. I got to, you know what I mean? Like, I started really getting into boxing at that age. And I ain't care that he lost to Ali or the Foreman. They the only 2 people he lost to. Those are his 4 losses. So he must have did something right? Anyway, Mike Tyson will probably admit to that. Like, yo, a lot of my style is Joe Frazier. I had to learn to fight like Joe Frazier in order to be the heavyweight champion of the world too. But that's not what I mean. We so caught up in who's the greatest, who's the GOAT. You know, everybody, you know, people listening to my voice right now and going, Ali, all right, or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ali, go, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we see the same thing happening in hip hop. Like I started on the first episode with what? Hip hop is an American culture created by the children of the 1960 civil rights movement. And cats want to argue with you. Also started with what? Love is true. Hate is false. And cats want to start arguing with you. There it is. There's the cultural world. Like I admit from the door, I am hip hop. Hip hop is my culture. That's what I mean, I helped to create this. And now you see, that's all people want to argue about. Like when Big Daddy Kane versus KRS-One, I might have seen that 10 times already, that versus. And people ask me like, who won? And it's like, no, it ain't about hip hop won. It ain't about, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It ain't about that. Like I gave you the list. You start the show off with Big Daddy Kane. You end the show with KRS-One. It would be the greatest show you ever seen in your life. Instead, they want you to argue to go to war like Biggie and Tupac. And who's they? Yeah, you know who they is. That's that enemy. That's the one that's saying, no, hate is true. You know? And that's the only thought that I want to throw you, because now I see everybody, you know, Budden. I like Budden's podcast, Joe Budden's podcast. But and there's no hate on that, but it's all right. Jay-Z want to come out of his mouth like, you know what I mean? Can't nobody stand on stage like that. All right, whatever, Jay. That's how I took it. Whatever, Jay. Because we all know what the Jay-Z Nas verse, Jay-Z versus Nas. Yeah, that would be better than you know what I mean? Big Daddy Kane and Chris, maybe. You know? But he ain't gonna battle. He ain't gonna straight battle terrorists on them verses. Don't match up with him. Besides, Jay, you want some? You on that money? You on that business tip? You want to be the president tip? You didn't be the president. You want to be the GOAT hip hopper? I ain't they calling you a rapper, dude. This is personal note to Jay-Z. They calling you a rapper. Chris will Karis won't get offended. No, I'm an MC. Jay a rapper. Come on, Jay. You supposedly got billions of dollars, and you can't run for president. That's what you supposed to. You supposed to bring it down. Like, look, man, that rap game's over. I think I might be, you know what I mean? I might get into politics. You know what I mean? But you're afraid then they're gonna look at me like I'm Kanye. You ain't even peeping that. People gonna hate on me saying this. Because y'all know the truth. Jay say he gonna run for president. They gonna call him what? A black liberal Democrat. And that's an oxymoron. You start talking like Ripper, y'all start talking about y'all, you libertarian or you're constitutionalist or you're independent. Any of those other things, they be like, well, that means you're a black Republican. Like Jay, the one that said he a black Republican. Him and Nas, they said they was black Republicans. They understand the history. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he got Carter G. Woodson on his bookshelf. And that's my alarm right there. 10 minutes goes pretty fast. Let me hit this thing, cut this thing off and wrap it up. So I mean that's all I wanted to say. We in a cultural world. And we got people trying to define your culture. What's that? Matrix is breaking up. You got people trying to define your culture. And what's that? And then they cancel culture. They trying to cancel your culture. And that's what's going on. That's the truth. Let's see if I can do this with my phone. I'm doing pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna end it on that note, and then I went over my 10 minutes, and I might just go boom, do episode 3 real quick. But I just wanted to let y'all know, hey, all these dudes out here talking about they the GOAT, but you know what I mean? It's like, all right, we'll be the president. Step it up. You know what I mean? Like I'm in Philly and I'm looking at the paper every day. It's like, so I need to run for mayor because this ain't right. The things that's going on in this world ain't right. And we need to step up, step up our religion, one. Also step up our politics. And our understanding of science. We don't even understand science. But now it's turning into a lecture. I hope y'all like the little beat that I threw in the background. That way they don't monetize or whatever they try to do to copyright my stuff. It's all original. Except for all right, I'm gonna end it on that note. One, y'all. God, that is. What in the world is going? Mic check 1 2. I might have to take this old school and record through the earphones. I can't get my levels right. 1 2. Well, let's say you're listening to the sounds or the mentals of the Neo Volo show. Yeah, I had to do an intro. Drop that beat on him. And we're back. 10:48 a.m. I don't have to set the alarm, but I'm gonna give y'all a quick 10 minutes. This is the Neo Volo show. The hands, you know what I mean? The hand. The Neo Volo show. And we calling this mini-sode Day is a Cultural War Word. I don't even know how that sounded on this microphone, but we'll figure that out. We'll figure all that out. Today's show, you know what I mean? We're going to continuation of the first show. I'm only going to 10 quick minutes. Give me 10 minutes of your time, break it down. Of course, as always, hip hop is a American culture. You spell culture, see right there with a K. Is an American culture created by the children of the 1960 Civil Rights Movement. Yes, we're talking about Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Kwame Ture. The list goes on and on and on. But that was the movement, and we are the children that came up out of that. And it inspired me to make this show, you know, called the Neo Volo Show. So we can break some things down, you know what I'm saying? You can read all that on your own, have an eye image. That's from some samurai book that I got. I like to read a lot of books. So today we're going to do like a picture day thing and continue on what we was talking about the first quick episode. Like I said, I'm only going to do this for 10 quick minutes. I was on the Philly Things Show podcast that Mr. C and Miss D does every week. And we basically talked about the movies. From Spider-Man, you know, to the Matrix. Added a little bit of the, you know, in-depth kind of how it's relating to society and stuff. But yeah, we definitely in the culture war, and I talked about that second episode from Eric July and things of that nature. And these are things that you see. So today I brought a couple pictures, and we're gonna rap about them real quick and how they, you know, relate to what we really talking about, this cultural war that's going on. Now the word day, that's a play. That's a play on THEY. You know, we saying day because the D means that they devilish. You know what I mean? So instead of them, THEM, we go dem, DEM. You know what I mean? That's the slang. That's the word. You know what I mean? But should I say, do you understand what I am saying? You know, my mom likes me to speak a little more proper English, but I have to let her know we speak American. That's why we an American culture. We took that English and flipped it upside down. That's why the N-word became part of our culture, and we still hating on that. Day. When I say day, you talking about they, them. You pointing the finger. That's a war word. Them over there, them dudes over there, them people over there. When you hear that means they ain't a part of that. That's why we used to go my N-word. Bring it here, bring it to the heart. You know what I mean? My, me, you're part of this. The I, you know what I mean? That's hip hop. Like I said, you know, we dealing with mathematics and logics on another level now, and you know, it's a big chess game going on. That's a little logo right there. Let me see, point on that. That's a little logo that I've been working on with the Omicron variant. So they might block me for saying that. This is the war that's going on. But yet now they lifted it. So now YouTube, I'm seeing all these doctors and scientists telling the truth now, making their own little videos. But meanwhile on CNN, NBC, CBS, you know, even Fox, now they pushing their backs. You know what I mean? Anybody that don't wear a mask is anti-vax. But if you're wearing a mask, then you vax. And then it's the vax versus the anti-vax. And come on, see, that's the war. I pause for a second because I'm throwing music on in the background, and that's why I ain't dropping these. My cousin, you know, my cousin, you know, Mr. C's my cousin. Everybody, you know, if you watch that show or follow me on Facebook, y'all know that I'm still new to YouTube. So I'm trying to build this on YouTube. He told me to drop 2-3 of these a day. I'm only gonna get, I try to do the best I can. You know what I mean? It would be cool if I can drop 365 in 1 year, but we'll see what we can do. All right, so we're gonna show some pictures real quick. I'm running out. I'm moving kind of fast. I'm kind of glad I can see the time there. And as y'all can see, I'm in the metaverse. This is the metaverse here. Well, we'll talk more about the metaverse. That was the first episode. Second episode, we identified the cultural war going on. It's like Star Wars, you know. That's me right there with the mask on, with the chest set, saying I'm ready. I'm ready to battle the mind. All right, where should we start? This one's in the corner of my eye. And of course, this is just a nice little picture. We got Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey. You know, when I made this, it was for a meme, so I extended it, added some words to it and all. But even back in 1900, we was they created conflict between these three men, these great men right here. And this is my favorite. Like we was talking about the second episode, I forget. It all blurs together, but him, W. Du Bois versus Garvey, and the NAACP versus the black, it's causing all kind of conflict. Back to Africa versus building in America. That's the war. We're supposed to come together, build as one. Black is eternal. But we'll get back to that. I just want to share that picture with you real quick. Time flying, boy. You know what I mean? Now this one here. All right. This one's from KRS-One little video. Not a little video. KRS-One is the truth. He's the teacher. You know what I mean? I give him that title. Big Daddy Kane. King Asiatic, nobody equal. He's that king. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying, they really wasn't at war with each other. They're not at war. They best friends. That's why it was the Big Daddy Kane KRS-One show for that verses, and it was a great thing for hip hop. Of course, it's under attack. Why? Because it was too much, man. Let's just keep it real. So in the video, Chris dropped this here, and this Black is the video that this one was sharing from. And you see the shiny gold, and bling bling. I did this meme to show, bling bling is often shortened by this bling, flashy jewelry worn, especially as an indication of wealth or status, broadly expensive and ostentatious. Ooh, okay, possession, such as grills, designer bags. Term arose as slang but grew into a cultural mainstay. Prominent examples of bling bling include a large cross necklace or Jesus piece. We hanging ourselves. We had little gold chains around our necks. Yeah, that's a classic right there. You know what I mean? If Jesus was killed in the electric chair, now get it. We vanilla, Jesus, the electric chair still in it. That's some KRS-One lyrics, some classic. We wasn't always doing bling, bling, bling. They ain't hating on them. Slick Rick is, I named Slick Rick number 4, and he always got that bling. It's a sign of royalty. It's a sign of, but I'm not a bling, bling dude myself. So all right, let's move on real quick. I'm running out of time. On to got to do less pictures. I picked this one here. Claude Anderson. Black labor, white wealth. That's the war. That's the war going on. We're gonna rap more about that as I keep continuing doing these things. Just showing you some of the stuff that I'm into, that I've read, or where my mind is at. But yeah, that's the war right there. This is a good book because we have to raise the socioeconomics. I can go so many places with that. Run out of time. All right, let's see here. So that's 1, 2, 3. Let's go here next, because let's see if I can do this. Come on now. All right. George Orwell, 1984, classic year. I was like 13. Of course the book's older than that. I have to look at the publishing, look it up yourselves. But this is an excerpt from the book. It was one of those pictures which are so contrived that the eyes follow you about when you move. Big Brother is watching you. The caption beneath it ran like he's, this book here is on my phone. They had an illustration of a guy, a big poster of a guy's face, and then Big Brother is watching, scrolling underneath it. But you know how sometimes you have those pictures that as you walk, you keep looking like, is the picture looking at me? Like, seriously? Like, this is some good writing. And I wanted to bring this up because I didn't mention that here, but I mentioned it other places. And that's because that's what I see with this multiverse. They can see everything that I'm doing. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. But if I show you what I'm doing, then Facebook want to block you, YouTube want to ban you. You use the N-word. You use the D-word. We'll talk more about that too. But I hope y'all enjoying these beats in the background. That's my favorite part of making these things. Like, yo, let me just throw some beats together, mix some loops together, yada yada, flowing in the background as I spit the thoughts and share the the thing that I'm trying to share with you. This is stuff that these are all these are little memes that I created. This one here I clipped from I think Twitter. I need to go back to Twitter. I ain't posting Twitter in a while. Because this sums up like who's the enemy? Who's them? Who's them? Is Ron them? I don't know if Ron is them. But from his experience, it seems to sum things up. And it's like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, you going, the left wing is us, the right wing is me. And it's like, for black people, we had Booker T. Washington. We had, W. Du Bois was more left, I guess. Booker T was a right wing. Where it's like, yo, we're going to build it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? NAACP was, us, color people. Booker T was more, or Marcus Garvey was more black. Go, listen, you don't like us here, we're going to go over to Africa and build our own thing. But I ain't seen this before, but I have the same name as my grandfather, and I passed it on to my son. And my great-grandfather, my son's great-grandfather, my son is 10 now. His mother was born in 1915. So December 10th, 1915 is our special day that we celebrate him. And his mother was Native American. And my skin is brown. That's when we start getting to this whole critical race theory and which side is for what kind of ideology behind it, what kind of philosophy behind it, what kind of psychological is behind it, and sociological behind it. It's the same bird. Right now, yeah, I am on my let's go Brandon, because this boy over here like, yo, this is us, and it's like, dude, everything you say goes, you know what I'm saying, against us. That's why he made Charlemagne the whatever, Charlemagne or whatever, look like a fool on there. So he was like, if you vote for Trump, then you ain't black. Like, we ain't supposed to be over here. we have to be here. We have to be, sharing everything. But then, Charlamagne had, what's the name? She said, Kamala on her show just recently. And she was like, well, you're sounding like them, talking bad about Biden. You're sounding like the Republicans, the Democrats, Republicans. This is why we need to be independent of this. That's why I was like, I don't know, Ron. I don't know where you at, man. You want us? You saying we should be here? Us. When Trump was like, make America great again. You saying that was me? A lot of politics going on here, and I saved this one for last because I can rap about this all day. And we're going to rap more about politics. We're going to rap more about religion. We're going to rap more about science. I ain't do no science ones. I might do science for the next one. But I just did that because, I'm trying to point out who the enemies. They devilish in what they do. They act like they're your friends. It's like they say they're critical race theory. You be like, all right, are you my friend because you're trying to help me socially, economically? And then you find out what they're talking about is, when all black people are from Africa and we put over here in slave boats, and it's like, dude, my great grandmother was Native American. She was here before all this America. Now you're saying because of my brown skin, I can't claim my Native American heritage? Showing y'all what the real Omicron variant is. But they is. Why we say devilish. We changed the culture to let them know. We took that English language and we made it American. I'm rapping too much right now. I'm over my time. Did a good job today. I'll be back later. I might do another one today. Just dropping them. You know what I mean? So let y'all understand one. You know what I mean? Let y'all understand we won. God.
Yeah. What it do, y'all? What it do? Trying to get me a nice talking volume. All right, so we are into the show. I guess I'm on my dolo. I did have my gentleman prepared for the show last night, but I got caught up. I was doing mad shit, washing clothes, getting drunk, and working hard and enjoying my birthday vacation. And I totally forgot to do the show last night. So tonight is a makeup show for the My Part of Town podcast, which is a Philadelphia-based concept show. If you don't know, I'm Mr. CD Enforcer, Poppy called a bad boy, a.k.a. Black Jesus. And I can do what I do anytime I want to. But sometimes I'm a little late, and I got to make it up another day. I had a great time on my own birthday. I guess my guy, Mr. B.A.S., who his birthday actually was just the other day. So feliz cumpleaños to Mr. B.A.S. Happy birthday to Mr. B.A.S. For those of you who don't speak Spanish, and show him some love in the comments if you do happen to watch this on the replays for his birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. B.A.S. But right now, this is a makeup show, as you can see in my little idol thing here. Makeup show for this show, because I didn't do it yesterday. So I figured I'd do it today, because today was like my off day. And I actually passed up a comedy show for this, which is okay, because like I'm never going to be famous, right? Don't you judge my hat either. You think my hat's better than you. But when I'm usually dolo, I typically do the show in a certain format. I break it up into different parts. Since the show is about Philadelphia, the first thing we're going to do is go over Philadelphia news. And then we're going to do some Philadelphia sports. Now, my news review is going to be fairly comical and ridiculous. Oh, we got Volo in here, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. What you on the move?
Nah, I was sleeping, bro.
Oh, ain't nothing new about that. Excellent, excellent. So we do got one of our co-hosts in here before I get into our news segment. Volo and Tautology, aka VMT the Master Don. What's going on with you, sir?
Oh man, ripping and running, man. Working around the clock.
Yeah.
Just economics got us fucked up, man.
Heck yeah, you still doing the same gig, or you've been doing? I know you was doing overtime and stuff like that. Still doing the OT or just regular time?
I'm just doing regular time. I was supposed to work tonight and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like right now. I'm supposed to be working right now, but they canceled it.
Oh, conspiracy?
Nah, yeah, I guess so.
Okay, we never know. Hey, Volo, what is that logo format that has the sheer background? Because I noticed that one noodle free one has the sheer background. Is that a GIF? Like, what is that? A PNG?
Yeah, well, I don't know what that's called. Technically,
I know what it is. I just didn't know because I was going to do it to the other. I was going to take these and do it to them too. You know what I mean? So I can still overlay them, but it'll just be the letters and shit. You know what I'm saying? That'd be hard. But I think it's a GIF or a PNG. I think it's one of those two, but it's not the JPEG. JPEG gives you the flat background. But I think it's a GIF or a PNG. I'm gonna try to go into my Photoshops and do some shit to them and get rid of those backgrounds because I want to use them as overlays. But anyway, so that's good stuff. What else is going on?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my mind right and everything. Everything good. Me and the boy studying his math. He had a math quiz tomorrow. So
is the math normal or do they do that new math?
He's in advanced math.
I know, but you know how I heard parents, because I don't have kids yet, thank God. Well, I don't know about them, and nobody's hit me up for child support. But I don't have kids yet, and I heard new parents, they say, "Yo, the math ain't the same like way they used to teach us. Like it's kind of weird." Is it like that?
No, he did that in elementary school. That's with the arithmetic.
So they're doing that in the basics, but once you get to the higher levels, it goes back to the old school.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. He's doing algebra, really.
Oh, okay, X plus Y. So
yeah.
Okay. Excellent. And the other
they use a graphics a TI 83 graphics calculator.
Oh yeah, I had that Texas Instruments, John, had 400 formulas in there, and I used to fail my test like a champion. Because you know what it is? Anybody out there that's never done science, physics, chemistry, engineering, mathematics degree, the reason they take 18 hours in college is you got to do all this reading. So basically, every night you have to read about 100 to 200 pages from about 4 different books, right? Because each teacher gives you about 50 pages to read, right? Yeah. And then also in those pages are going to be new formulas that you need to enter into your calculator that they will let you take into the test. This is how hard this shit is. They let you take the calculator with the saved formulas for the answer into the test. And you take it in there and you'll end up, after you do all your studying, you'll have like 150 to 300 formulas in your calculator, right? So you take the test. You get the test. You may have studied, may have not, or you did what you could, and you start doing it. So you read through it. So my strategy used to be, okay, Carl, as you go through the problem, just figure out what the variables all are, then pick the formula that matches those variables. Thing is, out of those 300 formulas, at least 25 all have the same goddamn variables. So even though it's 300 formulas, it's a bunch of it's like really like 7 sets of formulas that basically all use the same goddamn variables. And if you don't know which ones to pick and where order and where they're supposed to be in a formula, you'll think you're picking the right formula. You will do the problem. I mean, you're jerking off like, teacher, you're a bitch. I got you, ho. You ain't shit. Yeah, I mean, you're killing it. Smashing through. Finish the test first. Killing it. Damn. Hand it in. You get the test back the next day, and these are real scores that I had. A 26, a 20, and a 15 on tests. And I'm telling you, I thought I nailed every fucking one. So yeah, your son, if your son can have those formulas in his texture instrument calculator and be successful, he's a better man than I'll ever be. Because I would just start looking through them like, okay, that fits. Bam, right? That's like kind of like that reading comprehension. When you do the reading comprehension, you can kind of know the question and go back and read until you find the answer and then put it in. I try to do that with math. Doesn't work that way. Not at all. Again, I always tell people, God thinks he's a funny motherfucker. He made this math shit, and he was doing meth or something when he made it up. I don't think there was meth when God made up math, but I feel like he had his own version. Because that nigga was wilding. That shit is like learning English. Oh, well, yeah, this word, except if I is before E, except after C. That's what fucking math is like. Like, nigga, can we just say I is I? Can an E be an I? No, E is A. Okay, God. Okay, God. You know what? You can have it. I'm just going to go ahead and be stupid. So that's a good thing. Any other follow-up stuff or wrap-up stuff?
That's pretty much it. And you're right on that. I don't think that calculator went back when I was in college. I don't think I got that calculator until college.
Yeah, it was college when I got mine. It wasn't even high school. It was college. Unless I was like, I guess maybe in high school, if I was like one of those, what they call an AP student, maybe you would get one. But I was a dumb nigga. So I didn't get it until I was in college. But because of my grades and because I chose electrical engineering as my major, I was in a high track, 18 hours. So it was mandatory protocol.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, yep. But
for the most part.
Don't you worry, black people. I failed those classes like a real nigga does. Somebody give me some pussy. I'm dysfunctional. Any other wrap-up stuff, Bolo?
No, that's pretty much it, man.
Excellent. So normally I do my news segment to start things off to get the show going, break it up a little bit. So let's bring up some Philly news. Actually, let's start with sports because you guys been blowing up my phone with all these fucking texts about how the Phillies are fucking everybody in the ass. So can I get a Philadelphia Phillies update?
Oh, they've been winning. Are they locked in? I think they're locked in almost.
All right, let's check it out.
Maybe one or two more wins.
I'm looking up the standings right now. Let me get a second here.
Like Atlanta's locked in, but the Phillies.
Oh yeah, we for the wild card, right?
Yeah, we beat them, but Atlanta was already locked in.
Yeah, Atlanta. I thought Atlanta's gonna fall out. Their niggas been steady mobbing.
Mm-hmm.
National League wild card. All right, so that's the AL. So Atlanta is locked in. Milwaukee is still fighting for their lives. Los Dodgers is locked in, who the Phillies will probably play and beat, and that's why everybody in LA hates me, because the Phillies always beat the fucking Dodgers. And yeah, we're 4 games up. They don't have us locked in yet. But how many games we got left? We're 3 games up. Actually, so Arizona, the Cubs, and them. So we are 5 games up. So they would have to. So basically, with the wild card, they would have to pass the Chicago Cubs and Arizona before they even get to us. Is that correct?
Yeah, something like that.
So, like, Miami has the same amount of wins and losses as the Cubs. So if they get 81 or 82, it doesn't matter. As long as we have more wins than them, we're still in, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So it looks like the only true threats are Miami Cincinnati, and possibly San Francisco and San Diego if like Black Jesus starts to play for them next week, which I don't play baseball, so they're fucked. Okay. So we're gonna cut San Francisco and Cincinnati, especially San Francisco. Those guys don't even pay people. They just do this whole Moneyball bullshit. Anyway, so the big worry is Miami and Cincinnati could possibly go on some kind of weird 10-game run to finish the season, if possible, but I doubt it. But it looks like they are both going about 500, and so are Arizona and us. So the Cubs are falling off. They're 3-7. So the Cubs might get fucked. So the only real people I see in danger is the Cubs and Arizona. Only if we have a terrible streak, we should be fine. So it looks like we're going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Nice. Is everybody healthy on the team?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, I think so.
Okay, excellent. The Paul Owens Award. So I guess that's like a Phillies award. It says the Philadelphia Phillies named John Rojas and Orion Kirking as recipients of the Paul Owens Award. Do you know what this award is, Willow?
No.
I never heard this bullshit either. Let's check it out. It's probably like a team MVP thing. So let's see what we got. Outfielder Johan Rojas. And right-handed pitcher Orion Kirking. I don't know why I said their names so ridiculous. Were selected as the 2023 Paul Owens Award winners. The Philadelphia Phillies announced Thursday. Do I have this up on the screen? Let me check. I got to do my video check. Okay, we're good. Let me make this bigger and put us. Oh, people can't see it. Let me put it back like that. And then take the fair use talking start bullshit off. One moment. Let me try to get this as minimal as possible. So if they are reading, they can see it too. Yeah, I'll put it like this. They don't need to see my face while I'm reading. Let them see the words. The award is given annually to the top position player and pitcher in Philadelphia's minor league system. Rojas posted a .306 batting average with 20 doubles, 9 home runs, and 45 RBIs and 30 stolen bases in 76 games with the Double-A Reading Fighting Phils before the season being promoted to Philadelphia. So these are the guys that get awards from our minor league teams and basically end up on the team. Right? The 23-year-old was leading the Eastern League with 98 hits, 5 triples, and 56 runs when he was promoted to the majors on July 14th. Now, Volo, have you seen Rojas playing?
Nah, man, I haven't been watching any of the games, man. I've been,
I don't know. You niggas always talking about it. I figure y'all watch them.
Yeah, I want to, but the
time, the
time and the bionomics. So I'm using rabbit ears right now.
There it is. Johan is in the middle of an outstanding season. Philly director of player development Preston Mattingly said in a statement. From the first day of spring training, it's evident that Johan was motivated to show that he could impact our major league team. We're proud of his commitment and preparation and his daily improvement plans. We think Johan is just scratching the surface. And with continued development, will play in Philadelphia for years to come. Rojas was known for his defense, went into Thursday hitting .301 with 2 homers, 21 RBIs, and 13 stolen bases in 52 games for the Phillies. Crakk was 4-1 with 14 saves and a 1.5 ERA in 49 relief appearances across 4 levels of the season. He began the season with a single-A Clearwater in April after the spring stop, single-A Jersey Shore and Reading, and Crakk was promoted to AAA Lehigh Valley on September 18th, the day after my birthday, and a couple of days before Mr. B.A.S.
Happy birthday, B.A.S.
Yeah, that's right. Feliz cumpleaños. Happy birthday, B.A.S. He said he's coming on last night, but then I forgot, man. Yo, dog, don't just send me one text. But that might mean y'all guys don't care about doing the show. I think that's what it might mean.
Oh, I was handling some business.
Okay, so you were busy.
Yeah.
But like I talked to B.A.S earlier. He's like, yo, I'm gonna be on the show tonight. Well, if I'm lunching and y'all really want to come on, like I'm gonna come on, call me. The phone rings. You get what I'm saying? Don't just send me a text and go back to bed like he don't give a fuck. It's kind of like you don't give a fuck because you know if I don't hear that one bang from the text, you got away from some shit. I'm just saying.
Oh no, if you look, my bing was like 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, your shit was like in the morning and shit. But in the future, because I notice sometimes I get a hit up before the show or earlier in the day, like 10 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock, not in the morning, I mean in the afternoon, right? 10 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But then 6 hours go by. And then I'm late for the show. And okay, I might be 15 minutes late, but after half an hour goes by, hey! But that's if you actually want to do the show. But if you don't, then we're doing makeup shows. So, and unfortunately, Mr. B.S is probably hyped to come on last night. But if you're hyped, guys, I have a phone. I keep my ringer on. It works. So if I don't answer a text or a hit up, don't think I'm just not giving a fuck. It's more because I do all the show shit. So all you have to do is hit a link. So remember that. But happy birthday. Because I was up in here washing clothes and shit. And plotting on shit. And I forgot all about the day. But Johan's kicking ass. Kerkering's kicking ass. Blah, blah, blah. Phillies are kicking ass. We're in the playoffs. We'll see if we can win. What other sport is going on right now? Oh, the stinking Eagles, huh?
Yeah.
What's going on with them?
Who we got this week?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's bring it up.
Okay.
Eagles.
I won my first fantasy football game.
Yeah, I lost my first week, won my second week.
Yeah,
we
did
got
the same.
Tampa Bay, it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, All right. Let's see what this preview says. So let's give a shout out to Yahoo Sports. Let me get my fair use up.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
All right. Let me pause this. Make it big.
The Eagles, so fly, Eagles, fly. I know this isn't your rep, but admit it. You've been listening to Karma and Bad Blood all week, right? It's okay.
To the outside, and then to the inside. Touchdown, Swift.
Tampa Bay's defense faces an elite rush attack this week. Philadelphia forgot week 1 that nabbing DeAndre Swift was meant to be a good thing. 1 carry week 1? No mind. He shook it off and blew up in week 2. Over 107.
So I want to talk about that. Remember, Volo, how I told you we got this habit of not running the ball?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we struggle, we won. And that's why we struggled in the Super Bowl. Yeah, the running back may not be that great, but you got to give somebody the ball 20 to 25 times no matter what to weaken the defensive line and keep the secondary honest. When everything is a play action and then your run is from the quarterback, a quarterback run is a pass play. Would that be correct?
Quarterback run is a pass play.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Even if it's a designed quarterback run, is it not a pass play?
Yeah, well, it was with Randall.
It's a pass play, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people consider our design quarterback runs as running plays. Like, we ran Jalen. I was like, that's not a run, nigga. That's a fake pass play. That's a pass play that didn't work out. I don't care if it was designed. You ran it immediately because you knew that if you ran a pass out of that bullshit formation, you never had a chance. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
So now you see when they give a guy the ball 14, 18, 20 times, he gave him the work. And did you see the highlights?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think he reminds you of Shady?
Running the ball.
He was shaking some ass.
70 yards, 6.3 per carry, and a touchdown.
Swift, first down, and a lot more. Inside the 20, inside the 10, and out of bounds with a first down and goal.
Bucs defense would like to keep the Eagles from being in a 3rd and 1 or a 4th and 1 position. Should Philadelphia need a yard, it's Ice Cube time. Hurts can do it if he puts his back into it.
Here we go, the push, the touchdown. That is almost impossible to stop.
You know it's coming and you're not going to stop it.
He can do it. Put your, the rest. Does Tampa load the box then? Minnesota didn't and paid for it. Problem for the Bucs defense is Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert could just as easily take over. Hurts put up a rating over 100 last week. He's made his mistakes, but Tampa Bay knows Philadelphia's passing attack is plenty capable of fly Eagles flying.
Going deep, getting position and making the catches, Devontae Smith.
Goddard and Brown quiet in week 2. Dallas led the team in targets, just 22 yards though. Eagles fans will tell you, aside from the post-game chatter, AJ doesn't tend to go back-to-back games without making some noise. He only had 29 yards last week.
Wide open, AJ Brown, and a first down to the 17-yard line.
Smith, meantime, was the star versus Minnesota. 4 catches, over 130 yards and a touchdown.
There goes the ball wide open. It is Smith again, all the way for the touchdown.
Bucs secondary they faced didn't have their top cornerback, Carlton Davis, last week. Crakk.
So, Bolo, did you hear what they just said about AJ not getting a lot consistently? How Dallas Goedert got a lot of targets, but didn't got a lot of yards. But then the guy that's not supposed to do big had a big game. As a former John Madden guru, what would you tell these people about what that man just said and why he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about?
You go with the hot hand?
You go with whoever's the fuck open.
Yeah, that too.
You know what I don't like about fans? Fans think it's like a video game. Just give it to the 99 player and the game will cheat so he can win. Right?
Yeah, no.
Does that work like that in real life at all, Bolo?
No. Especially on Madden.
Can a 99 player with the right nigga on him become a 1 player?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And fans don't get that about sports. They think just because you're good, it's supposed to be fucking automatic. Well, I hate to break it to you, it's a bunch of good niggas on the other side of the ball, too. Everybody on that field is in the top 1% of all people on the entire planet in skill. You may think your boy is good, but don't sleep on the motherfucker that's sticking him. Would that be fair, Bolo?
That's ironic because back in the day, there was a player on the other team that if you threw it his way, almost guaranteed to be picked.
And I think his name is Deion Sanders. Is that correct?
Yes, you throw it the other way.
Yep. Now, the Eagles also had a great gentleman named Eric Allen, who was similar.
Yes, we did.
Hey, don't throw it by EA either. It's going home.
Yeah.
So people act like just because you're a good receiver or a good quarterback, there's not Deion Sanders and Eric Allen running around out there. Or maybe even a dirty Andre Waters.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's why what that guy said was some stupid shit. But he did quote what fans said, and fans are stupid, so that's fair. All right. Let's continue on the preview.
His status, because he's a difference maker. Buccaneers struggled with Minnesota's passing attack week 1, not with Chicago's. Picked off Justin Fields twice, held him to 211 yards and a low 60s rating.
Fields over the middle. Claypool couldn't hang on. It's intercepted. 2 games, 2 picks for the rookie, Christian Izien.
Bucs could really use something close to a repeat showing from its pass rush. They come in off a game where they cracked a sack sixer.
Running out of time, and it's knocked out of there. Bears are back on top of it.
Eagles line is up against Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, who comes in off a 2-bag outing. Vita Vea, nose tackle excellence, 1.5 sacks last week. Shaq Barrett, a sack and a pick 6.
Out of his own end zone, intercepted by Shaq Barrett, fighting at the goal line for a pick 6 that just might seal the deal for Tampa.
Eagles' passing game does come with its fair share of sacks. Hurts has faced pressure over 30% of his dropbacks through 2 weeks. He was sacked 4 times versus Minnesota.
Hurts. There's Hunter again, and this time he takes him down back at the 50-yard line.
What about the other side?
I got a question, Rolo. Do you like this new style of offense when they're always in shotgun?
Nah.
I hate this fucking shit. Every run, even though we ran the ball 28 times, did not every single run come out of the fucking shotgun?
Yeah, that's the other thing too, handing off in the shotgun, yeah.
That shit is not sustainable, bro. Like, sometimes you got to throw a fullback back there, bro. Sometimes you got to go double tight end.
I want to bring back the eye in the pro set.
Like, what happened? The eye in the pro set is dead in this modern era.
Yeah.
It's like, I would hate to be a fucking fullback right now.
Yeah, they don't use fullbacks.
You used to get less respect. You wasn't even respected like that back in the day.
They'll line up in it, but guaranteed they'll put a tight end there, but they guaranteed to move them.
Yep.
Hold on, I gotta use the restroom real quick.
Well, you pee on yourself. You do what you gotta do. I'll play the rest of this video while you go.
All right.
Is a coin. Tom who? Eagles taking on a very confident Baker. Mayfield threw for over 300 yards, over 9 yards per attempt, a touchdown, no picks, a rating near 115. Back-to-back games, he's looked good.
Mayfield has a man come wide open, and it's Trey Palmer.
And now Baker faces a defense that's already dealing with the injury bug. They could star in a MASH reboot at this point. Philadelphia's dinged-up secondary gave up 4 TD passes to Kirk Cousins, over 360 yards. Injuries are part of the game, but they need their starters back and/or for their...
Again, I want to pause it and tell everybody how this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. If anybody knows anything about Kirk Cousins and playing Philadelphia ever since he was with the Reds, Kirk Cousins never throws for less than 350 yards and 4 touchdowns against the Eagles. Kirk Cousins shoots the Eagles to shit every motherfucking game. I have never seen Kirk Cousins have a bad game against the Eagles. Not once. He busts our ass every goddamn time, even if we win. Oh, Kirk Cousins, 350 yards, 4 touchdowns. Like, who the fuck is this guy? So again, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Take it from Black Jesus. Kirk Cousins busts the Eagles' ass every time we see him. He could be playing for some street motherfuckers. He will throw an 80-yard pass to a homeless nigga. Okay? But yeah, we did our thing, but Kirk Cousins ain't that good. He's only good against the Eagles.
Backups to improve because they can't bank on 4 TOs carrying them again.
And that's the rookie Addison for the touchdown.
Even their top cornerback, Darius Slay, had a bit of a rough time with Justin Jefferson. And now, here comes Mike Evans.
Into coverage, but he's got Evans who pushed off to get free. Mike Evans inside the 20.
Evans is a big reason Mayfield has looked so good. 6 catches, over 170 yards, and a touchdown last week.
Mayfield off his back foot. Wants Mike Evans. Got Mike Evans. Touchdown Tampa.
Chris Godwin, 5 catches, over 50 yards.
Right into the window for Godwin. Came loose at the back end there.
Mayfield also used tight end Cade Otton and running back Rashad White well in the pass game. The two combined for 11 catches on 11 targets, over 70 yards.
Whoop it outside the White. Got the blocks for a first down. Rashad White.
As for the running game, Eagles didn't face many runs last week based on Tampa Bay's approach. They will this week. Bucks have run the ball 30-plus times in each game. Rashad White was effective last week, too. Over 70 yards, over 4 a carry, and a touchdown.
To the ground, straight ahead. It's White. Pummeling his way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Eagles injury watch is a mile long. Too many names to cover. Bucks' primary missing guy last week, rookie defensive tackle Kalijah Kancey. Who gets the 3-0? Say it right now. If no one on our panel takes Tampa Bay, I will. I know it didn't pan out for Minnesota against Philly last week, but it should have. I should be famous, if not for this bag, man. Take it from here. Scores, predictions, analysis.
Third time that this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. How about this? We're going to stomp Tampa Bay 41-23. That's my call.
This panel of...
Is that you, Bolo?
No, here I come.
Okay, you're good.
Ken, let's see it.
I'm just giving predictions out, talking shit.
Oh, okay.
Even everybody else picked the Eagles. Only this dumb fuck on here picked Tampa Bay. Fucking loser. That's what the fuck he's talking about, dumb fuck. Anyway, so that's good. So we got the Eagles. Do we have a 6 or something?
What was that, like ESPN or something?
No, it was, I don't know. It was Yahoo gets their videos from all kind of assholes. I don't know. Who's the number one power forward? KG or Giannis? KG ain't no power forward. He's a bitch ass nigga. And he's a fucking point guard. He's a 7'10" point guard that can't pass.
Kevin Garnett?
No, fucking KD.
No.
Power forward. Who's a better power forward? KD or Giannis? That's like asking, at 48, am I going to be playing for the Lakers next week? Or will LeBron? Oh, by the way, I'm KD in this scenario. Fuck out of here. Bitch ass nigga couldn't win his fucking dick in a pussy. All right. I'm calming down. I really don't like KD. That title pissed me off.
He never added any muscle to his game, you know?
That's his problem. You got to pick up the weight like that. Victor Wembanyama is actively adding muscle to his body so he can be clearly competitive. But KD just stays skinny and talks about how he the god and all this. He ain't leveling nobody to shit. Nobody to shit. They're gonna go suck off Golden State's dick talking about he good. Fuck out of here. I don't even count them Golden State chips. KD wasn't even on them teams as far as I'm concerned. If a nigga say that shit, I get in a fight. That's a fuck out of here. That nigga trash. Gonna take advantage of 5 other dope niggas. So it looks like we added rookie Marcus Bagley to the team. Andre Iguodala out here sucking James Harden dick like a little bitch. No, James Harden trash. But he still should bring his stupid ass just for the money. But I don't want him to play. He's a loser. We got some dude, Sixers player. One of our former players signed with dudes in China. Alberto De Rosa of Hoops Hype. Oh, no, that's not him. Miles Powell signed up with somebody in the CBA. And then, Kelly Oubre. Are you excited about getting Kelly Oubre Jr.?
I don't know who that is, man.
So he's this light-skinned dude that dunks, and he's a left-handed bull. And basically, you know who Matt Barnes is?
Yeah, I do know Matt Barnes.
So take Matt Barnes and make him 20 years younger.
Okay.
That's who he is, and he's left-handed.
Okay.
Capable of 25 to 30, but usually ends up with 15 to 18 on some role player shit. That kind of nigga.
Okay.
A lot of tattoos, and I think he might like strip clubs, so we may need to be concerned. The Sixers made a move late in free agency with training camp right around the corner. They brought in Kelly Oubre Jr. on a 1-year deal. Oubre Jr. averaged 20.3 points a game for the Charlotte Hornets in the 22-23 season and will look to make an impact for Philadelphia. The signing of Oubre leaves Sixers with 16 players on now standard contracts, 3 players on 2-way deals, 2 others on exhibition 10-day deals. That leaves Philadelphia with 21 players, which is the full limit for a training camp. The Sixers will have to cut or trade a player before the season opens on October 24th. Roster limit for active players is 15, and as mentioned, they are at 16, bringing in Kelly Oubre. Here are the 3 candidates that could be moved. Montrezl Harrell. We don't even got to look any further. Get this fucking bum off the team. This guy's a fucking loser. This nigga never performs in hard games. He only plays good in shitty, unimportant games. 18, 20, 25. But when you need him, it's 6 points and 2 rebounds. Every time. He's fucking Chris Paul without the injuries. Trade Montrezl Harrell. Danny Green, he a bitch-ass nigga, but he will hit some threes. So I'll leave him alone. He plays decent defense. Philippe Petruse. Cut this nigga already. Who the fuck is you, nigga? Actually, I would keep him over Montrez. Cut Montrez, and let's keep Felipe Petruse. Because he's from the foreign land, and he probably has good fundamentals, unlike Montrezl Harrell. And he's probably a smart player, unlike Montrezl Harrell. He probably knows how to play his role and be productive, unlike Montrezl Harrell. Okay? I think we're getting a point here.
I'm starting to understand.
Who do you think we should get rid of, Olo?
Montez Harrell?
Outstanding. I think I'm doing a great job. Outstanding. That son of a... Look at the picture. Do you see this picture?
I like the headband.
Nigga looks stupid as shit. Oh, why am I trash? That's the look on his face. Why am I trash and can't show up? That's the look I see. It looks exactly like, why am I trash and can't show up? Montrez fucking Harrell. All right, so that's that right there. So we're at the 9:30 mark and whatnot. And we did our news segment, sports segment. Next segment is the news segment.
Oh, then you ain't talking about the Flyers.
Are the Flyers playing?
No, they not playing.
Oh, let's look. Let's see.
And they kind of projected to be trash again.
Well, you know, that don't mean nothing to us. They're gonna win a Stanley Cup. Let's see here. NHL. Damn, that shit even way down on the list. NHL. They got that shit way down. Like they don't want you to see that shit. And the stinking Flyers. There you go. Yeah, goddamn, what were we? 31 and yeah, we were under 500, 31 and 38 last year. There's something that says the least watchable NHL teams entering the 23-24 season. Of course, the main photo is the Flyers.
Yeah.
Right. They say cut the cable. So we got some guy named Cordier and Atkinson, who are, I guess, good players. Maybe they were hurt last year. Let's look it up. Let's see what this says. Okay, continue reading. Flyers camp recording of Cordier and Atkinson should improve outlook. Let me get this back up here. Let's see what this audio says here. Let's give a props to the morning call. One second. I like to do fair use anytime I play a video off a page just to be
fair use. Fair use.
Make
sure you check in the chat, man.
I don't have no red stars, no new chats, man.
Okay.
Man, nobody watch this shit live.
And we not on our normal time, so
yeah.
Just checking, like, you know.
Nigga, please.
I feel like that's supposed to be one of my jobs and shit.
That is true. Good job. That is true. You should tell me to check on the chat every once in a while. I take that back. Good job. Good job. Let's see what this shit says.
Thanks for choosing to listen. We're converting your article into audio and will begin playing momentarily.
Did you try to sell me some shit? Hold up. Time out. I gotta look around. What is this? That's some bullshit. I don't want to even pay you niggas $3 for a year. How about that? Oh, that's some bullshit. Oh, that's some bullshit. Fuck this channel. See, that's some bullshit right there, cuz. I just want to read the Cordiers. Oh, they won't let me look at the story, huh? Oh, they bitch ass niggas. All right, well, fuck the Flyers. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? Take that. Ha! Take that. Broad Street Bullies, son. Fuck them niggas. But yeah, Cordier and some other niggas back, and we gonna suck with them on the team, even though they supposed to be good. And fuck whatever his channel is. The mcall.com. Don't nobody go to this fucking website. This bitch ass niggas tried to make me pay money. Even though it's only $3 for a whole year, that's not the point.
Careful, man. They on track again right now.
Bitch ass niggas.
We must be getting close to election and shit.
They want some. They took out Russell Brand. Well, they took out Fresh and Fit, but I don't like them niggas, so that's fair. But they say that your actions outside of YouTube or whatever else are now a factor in your channel. But they don't deplatform you, they just demonetize. So you can still do your show. You just don't get no money from them. Which is like the whole point in the first place, right?
Yeah.
All right, excellent. So we're at the 9:43 mark. Any particular topics on your mind before we switch over to the Philadelphia news segment?
Philadelphia news section. What's that one? You say news?
Oh yeah, go through the news. Just read through the current news in Philadelphia. What's going on? Make fun of it. Keep it going. Make jokes, and then read it out and pick a few stories that I feel are significant to what's going on in Philadelphia news today, and then get out of there, take a break, and then finish up the show with the Philly bio.
Who's the bio?
I picked Peedi Crakk. I think we did him before, but I don't know.
Peedi Crakk? Oh, the rapper? Okay.
The Puerto Rican from Philly. I figured Mr. B.A.'s birthday was soon. And I figured I'd pick a guy that was kind of like Puerto Rican and from Philly.
Oh, okay. That's good. On my gaming front, I'm you know, I've been
gaming report.
Yeah. I've been doing on Animal Crossing, right? It's this little simulator where you buy turnips, and it's like the stock market. It's called the turnip market. So what you do is you'll buy the turnips for like 100 bells, what's called bells instead of dollars,
right?
And then you'll try to sell them for 500 a bell.
Oh,
all right. So now on your system, it might fluctuate up and down above. Like I was up to 150 per bell on like Tuesday or something like that. So I should have sold them on Tuesday and made a nice little 50 bell, per turnip profit. But if you go wait and get it online, somebody online might get theirs might go up to like $500 or $600 a bell. So that way you're, 400 or 500 times the amount per bell. And make a real nice profit, Now, so there's a group on Facebook, and it's full of like maybe 20,000 people, where you normally go to, and we'll, so it's easier to find somebody that's selling them for that price. But I think the administrators are purposely blocking people from posting their high value turnips. So I went on there on like Tuesday with my price and was like, look, they 120 here because nobody posted anything for like 6 or 7 days.
Yeah.
So I was like, they're 120 here. At my island, anybody got a better price, and they deleted my post.
Really?
So it was like, well, why y'all delete my post? I shared that I have them on sale at my island, but I did in my comment section say, is anybody got a better price?
So basically they feel like you fucking up the economy or something?
Well, yeah, like that's one of the rules. So it's like, wait a minute, but nobody's been posting for like 6 days. Like, why are y'all? I'm being funny about it, but at the same time, I am trying to, see if somebody want to come sell it for $150, like, and make a nice little $50 profit per bell.
Yeah. Question. Wait. So you're basically, they won't let you sell it for cheap.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me sell it for cheap, basically, for $50. Instead of 500 times per bell.
So basically, they're saying you have to charge the 500.
Pretty much, but that's not what they were saying. They just blocked me. So the administrator just blocked me.
So it's like indirectly.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, like maybe you want to post something for about $4.50.
So I post right after that. I just said, can we post about anything? Like, I just asked the question.
So what is this?
This is a group. Is a Animal Crossing turnip stock sales or something like that.
Oh.
So I just asked the question, like, can I post about anything? And the person responded, well, they block you because they'll block you if you asking somebody to sell what their turnip prices are. They're not allowed to do that. It's in the guidelines of their thing.
Oh, so you just can't mention pricing.
You can't just go in and say, does anybody have a good turnip price? That goes against the rule of the group.
So you can say, who's selling turnips?
You can't say that.
Who's donating turnips?
Nope. You can't say none of that.
So you can't be like, hey, I was gonna make a turnip sandwich later. Put me in the DMs if you want to help.
So, but they never was really this strict on the rule. Like it's kind of weird. So that's why I asked the second question. Like, why are y'all doing being this strict?
Economy?
Huh?
It sounds like they're trying to keep you from fucking up the turnip economy.
Yeah, exactly. So I go on there. So now it's 3 days later. Nobody's still not posting anything. It's usually 4 and 5 posts a day. You know, because there's that many people on there that's trying to sell or buy turnips. So a lady goes on there and she has a picture of Bernie Sanders. So instead of saying it in her comment section, she has Bernie Sanders like with one of those. He didn't have it in his hand. You know how they put one of the politicians with a cue card or whatever.
Yeah.
But underneath his name it asks, "I'm still wondering if anybody has any turnips for sale with Bernie Sanders and shit." Now on my island they $77. So I'm actually taking, most people they $100. So I'm taking like a $30 loss per turnip on my island. So I already done took a picture of mine and I put on mine, like right underneath hers, like people laughing because everybody's trying to figure out so it's people looking, but nobody's selling. And we were wondering if they purposely blocking people from selling on the thing. So underneath her joint, so I laughed on that thing. Then right underneath her joint, I put a picture of what they cost on mine, like $77, and I put Bidenomics under it.
I was just gonna say, you know what you just explained?
What's that?
United States international trade policy. That is literally how we do all of our trade and business around the world. All of the regime change and all that stuff and the deals and all that. What you just explained about the supply and demand, because if I go to another country, my dollar's worth more, therefore the item is cheaper. So what they'll do is they'll be like, yo, don't let them know that's up there. Let's make them think they got to buy our expensive shit.
And this is a worldwide game. So it is, I'll be trading over in Europe. I'll go over to Japan. Like you can go anywhere in the world with it, who's ever on that Facebook site.
Nice. Yeah,
I'm sure they took the site. I'm sure they took her thing down, but it's like people are waiting to sell turnips, but nobody's on there selling it at all. They'll take your post down after a while, like if they see that you're trying to ask people to put up their posts.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And what's it called? Animal Crossing again?
It's Animal Crossing, but Animal Crossing is its own game. But it's a website. It's a group on Facebook. There's different groups. Some groups just like, hey, it'll be Animal Crossing, but it'll be I'm a shirt designer, because you can just go on. You just can go. This game is so creative. You can just create your own shirts. You can model your islands however you want. It's a real artistic game. Excuse me. So some of the sites would just be straight, you know, where you just go and be like, hey, look at these shirts that I designed. If you want them, you can find them here, et cetera, et cetera. But this one specific group is for selling the turnips to try to make a bell profit, or you know, money. Bells is the money to make a bell profit on the game,
right?
And they be blocking people from. I swear they are. They claim that they not, but it's like, yo, nobody posted anything. And even when somebody did post, it was like, I got a connection error after an hour, and then their sales will go down, so you couldn't get to go on the island. So there's a lot of people looking to sell turnips, but it's hard to find people on Facebook to go to. When this used to be a very popular thing to do, you know.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just trying to get to 1 billion bells, you know. That's what everybody's trying to do, trying to, you know, get to 1 billion bells, and then I'm gonna start my own island on my own Switch. But they not allowing it right now. We under Bidenomics.
All right. Well, let's check this out and see what this guy says, because he says make millions without cheating. So I'm gonna play this video and I'll see if maybe we can learn something about it, right? Give me this video credit. So we're gonna check out the video by TozoTube, and it's speaking on what Bolo was talking about. Let me get through this commercial.
Just get.
That's the commercial. Here we go.
What's up everyone, this is Tozo bringing you a short video that I wanted to make about one of my favorite features in Animal Crossing, the stock market. The stock market is a play on words used for describing the turnip sales that take place every week from the new character Daisy May, who is the granddaughter
Now question, is this the right game?
Yep.
Okay.
of Joan, who sold turnips in all of the previous Animal Crossing
So
games.
you see, she's
I
selling
wanted to
for
make this
93.
video to explain what it does and how you can use it to make
pause it.
millions of bells in minutes.
What you saying?
So you can see on her, she's selling them for $93. You know, 93 bells per turnip, or actually it's 100 turnips.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 93 bells each.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that's normally that's actually compared to your island, that's a good price.
That's the normal good price, yeah, for buying them.
For buying them.
Yeah.
But for selling them, a different thing.
Sell them, you want to get up to whatever 500 or whatever, but you know.
So this person selling them are they getting ripped off?
No. That's buying them for cheap.
Okay.
That's the normal buying price is 90 to 100 bells.
Okay. Let's see what else they say.
Without glitches or cheating. Daisy May shows up on your island from 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. every Sunday, selling turnips from a price range of about 90 bells to 110 bells. If Daisy is offering you turnips for a price in the lower 90s, definitely buy some. In fact, I recommend you buy some every week, because the stock market is like an investment in stock in the real world, and you want to buy turnips at a low price and hang on to them until they are worth a lot of bells, and then sell them. The catch here is that they spoil after a week and become useless. Now, to get into...
Do you realize that this is a low-key strategy to teach kids how to learn about the stock market?
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Nice. Yeah, you need to get the boy on this.
Yeah, well, we talked about it every day, so we'll go check the prices every day.
Good.
To the money-making part, Tommy and Timmy will offer a price per turnip at their shop that changes every single day. The price ranges from about 15 bells per turnip all the way up to 800. A turnip price above 400 is very rare, as they will usually sell from about 50 to 150 for most players throughout the week. The turnip prices change in your Nook's Cranny shop every day for each player, so the chance of you getting a really high turnip price over the next 6 days is only decent. Note that you only have 6 days to sell because you cannot sell on Sundays since that's the same day that you buy them. So how do you make millions in minutes? It's simple really. You just have to greatly increase your luck. For some reason, the game allows you to sell your turnips in other people's islands using their turnip sell price. This allows for any one person in the entire Animal Crossing community to say that they have high turnip prices for that day and share the profits with friends or even random.
So this thing, is there a problem with doing what he just said, going to other people's islands and selling your shit?
That's where my issue is, because we have a group thing on Facebook where people announce how much they, if they have a good selling price. And he said up to 800. I never seen it that high, but the normal price is like 500 to 600. People, I would get 500 to 600 maybe once a month on my island. You know what I'm saying? So when they reach that price on my island, I would go to the group and be like, hey, they're for 500 on my island right now. I'll be up until 9 o'clock. Come sell your turnips. And people come to your island, they'll sell their turnips, and then they'll leave you a tip.
For telling.
Let them sell it on your island. So you can even make money when they put a good price on your island.
Bolo?
Yeah.
As a presidential candidate, do you know why I would put you in jail?
Why? Because they give me a tip.
Do you know what you just did?
What's that?
You know what you just did. What's it called, Martha Stewart?
Gave him a tip.
Yeah, what is it called, Bolo? Insider.
Insider trading.
Yeah, you just admitted to a crime. And that's why you're getting blocked, because what you're trying to do is actually a crime. So, do you see how quickly we've worked out? Because this is why I'm running for president. I'm very good at these things, Bolo. I can hear people complain about something that I heard they're complaining about. Then they'll tell me what they're doing. I'm like, wait, what? You said they're treating you bad? Did you just tell me you're doing insider trading? And this is like the nerve of you. The nerve of you. Bolo, again, like I always say every show, if anybody is following or with Bolo, block him immediately. He's family, so I can't block him, but I want to so bad, bro. Because he thinks insider trading should be legal. But that's what you just explained to me, dog. I'm just telling you. Do you see what I'm saying? Like a
people. For example, my friend yesterday had a very rare turnip price of 642 bells per turnip, which is ridiculously high, almost multiplying my profits by 7 since I was buying turnips for 93 bells that week. The crazy part about this is that it's just part of the game, and it always has been. Of course, a trick like this can easily be abused, where you time travel to Sunday and just keep selling turnips while somebody else's island stays on the day with the high price. However, this could technically happen either way without time traveling as well due to time zones.
Pause that.
You see, he's talking real cheap.
So, question: have you used the time travel aspect?
Nah. Well, I'll like I did it one day this week. Like I get home from work, and the price changes from morning to afternoon. So, or actually no, before I went to work, I time traveled till 9 a.m. Like I leave at 6 in the morning, so I tried time travel till 9 a.m. to see what the early price was. You know what I mean? And then when I got home from work, I checked the regular time, whatever time I got home. So I don't try to time travel cheat.
Question.
What?
You said that's not cheating.
What's that? Time traveling?
Yeah.
That's not cheating.
Basically, what this guy is saying is, you know how you go back and check the price?
Yeah.
Sell while you're there.
Well, he was saying, make it Sunday on your island to buy it, and then travel to a person's another person's island that's selling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like double cheating.
But if it's a feature of the game, is it cheating?
So now it's a feature of the game. It's cheating.
Well, I don't know, because I don't play the game. Because, for example, if you have to use a code or a special thing to do it, it's cheating. But if it's part of the instruction booklet that you buy with the game, It's not cheating, bro. It's
No, time traveling used to be it used to get you kicked on the island by this dude named Tom Setti or something. You weren't supposed to change the
so
clock.
it used to be a violation, but now they let it slide. All right, so we gotta have a talk about modern American economics. You saw Wolf of Wall Street?
Wall Street with
with Leonardo?
Oh, I was thinking with Michael. What's his name? Not Michael. What's the pretty boy name? The
old movie was called Wall Street.
Charlie Sheen. I thought he was talking about Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, it's like Richard Gere or some bullshit. I don't know.
It's not Richard Gere.
But yeah, the old movie Wall Street, right?
Yeah, with Charlie Sheen.
There was a new movie that Leonardo DiCaprio and them did.
I'm trying to think of it. Yeah, I'm trying to think of it.
About Gordon Gekko.
Yeah.
All right. What they were all doing was only illegal after they got caught.
I gotta watch that again.
Well, if you're fighting this, I think you'll feel that time travel is perfectly okay after watching Wolf of Wall Street. You remember the shoe company Steve Madden?
Shoe company?
Yeah, Steve Madden, the shoe company.
Nah.
Do you ever leave the house?
I do leave the house. That's why I watch all these movies, man.
You guys ever go to the mall? And you live in a predominantly white neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
You ever go to the mall around there?
Yeah, but I wear, I usually wear K-Swiss,
You ever go to
I wear
Willow Grove
Nikes.
Mall?
Willow Grove Mall. Nah, I go to King of Prussia. I wonder if they got them out there.
I guarantee you, every place you just mentioned has a Steve Madden, and you walked by it.
Okay.
And the place is literally called Steve Madden. And you sell girl shoes, and now they sell guys and girl shoes.
Okay.
Well, Volo, in Wolf of Wall Street, you're going to find out that when these guys were running their scam because they used to only sell penny stocks, their first big stock was for Steve Madden.
Okay.
And now he's big, and basically when their shit went up and they found out that those niggas was dirty, he was like, oh, well, I didn't know. So he got separated from them, but they basically used his actual dope product to jump themselves into the big money game. Before that, they were selling niggas penny stocks and ripping them off, convincing them to buy thousands of dollars in penny stocks. Because even though the stock would fail in 6 to 12 or 15 months, once you get the initial cash transaction, you get your 10% no matter what. So the whole concept is about the sale, not the outcome of the stock. But eventually, if you're ripping people off, nobody will buy or sell from you anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the same in this game like that?
It's similar, but it's different because it's I don't know.
Hey Bolo, I'll be sitting around teasing you after that show. I'm like, hey Bolo, what do you think about this?
Well,
Sylvester Stallone, Adrian. Tell me you don't do that.
Yeah, I do, because we're talking about the damn video game.
I'm like, yo, what do you think? I got supposed to know, Jack. No.
I got 400,000 turnips I gotta sell, man. I ain't got time for all these games.
All right, right. So back to the video, right? Let's check it out.
Also, keep in mind that turnips are sold in packs of 10, so every time you fill up a full 4-row inventory with turnips, you are holding 4,000 turnips. To quickly buy the max turnips, you can calculate how much money you need, and it will automatically fill your pockets. For example, if Daisy is selling turnips for under 100 bells, then it will cost 400,000 bells or less to fill your pockets. On my friend's island that was selling for 642 bells, each full inventory sold of turnips was worth over 2.5 million.
So, Volo, how much money you rolling around with?
That what he just said. I got a, you know, I got a 550.
So do you buy large amounts like he said, or just
Yes,
small?
I got 550 in my crib waiting to. I got to sell, man. And
But won't nobody buy it?
Friday, Saturday's the last day, and then I can't find a place to sell them.
Bells. Now, of course, finding people with high.
This is that drop shipping, yo.
Yeah.
This is drop shipping.
Yeah.
Wait, so did you get your turnips from China?
Exactly.
Okay, right.
Turnip prices can be hard. I would say the best
I'm
way is
looking at this raccoon. He got them chinky eyes. He Chinese as fuck.
look up the Animal Crossing Discord server on Google and join it. They have a stock market chat where hundreds of players post high turnip prices every day. If you don't want to go about that method, you could always just roll with your chances in your island or your friend's islands. Definitely don't worry about losing money because you can almost always make profit even on your own town at least one day per week. To make even more money without time traveling, you can purchase tons of turnips and then leave them on the ground to stock up so you don't have to buy just 4,000. Note, if you do plan to time travel, do not go back in time when you have turnips because they will immediately spoil. If you plan to go on the route of finding someone with high turnip prices, they will most likely ask for interest on your sale since you are making so much money from their island. However, it only makes sense since they can't buy any turnips, but you're coming in with thousands of them. I think it's hilarious and fun to be quite honest, but it still baffles me that they left this feature in the game. You can make millions of bells without time traveling and just playing the game how it is. Just be sure to be smart about it and remember to sell them and do not time travel backwards. I hope you all enjoyed the guide, so please like and subscribe for a lot more Animal Crossing guides and tips coming very soon. With the way we do things here on this channel, I promise you will not be disappointed. Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace.
So that last tip he
That was a
gave,
good job, huh?
We said drop them on the ground and keep buying them. Have you tried that?
Nah, that I don't feel like
He said you can make millions like this without time traveling.
Well, you gotta sell them on the highest day or whatever. So, you know, my highest day already passed, so I'm under $100 per bell now.
Ah, okay.
Grammarly's top.
I gotta find another island to go sell them at, but you know, you about to snitch on me like what's her name? what's the old Kmart lady name?
Andy?
The one that got locked up for insider trading.
Oh yeah, Martha Stewart.
Man, Martha Stewart is she? You trying to get me on my Martha Stewart on some damn video game?
Let me see. Let's see what this one says. Let me give him his credit. So this guy says how to predict prices. Let's see what this one says. We'll watch this. We're going to 10:15 and we're going to do our Philly bio.
Because the last guy did mention doing it online, like, you know, joining these groups on Facebook. And
yeah, he said you go to the groups and people will say when they're selling the price is high, and you just go there and, you know.
Yeah, but I think the administrators are blocking the people from saying it. Like, that's what's corny.
But your prices were low. Do they block the high price people?
That's what I'm wondering, because nobody's been on there selling them.
Huh. I don't know. Usually people that stop selling means because they selling their ass off. They ain't got time to come tell you niggas, I'm already selling, nigga. Well, I'm going to do an advertisement, nigga. I'm trying to keep a couple turnips for myself off this bitch. So this is showing on how to predict. We're going to do this video, and then we're going to get into our Philly bio and close out the show. By the way, Volo, I bought tickets to the 4DX for Expendables 4 tonight at 11:05.
Are you on the movies tonight?
Yep, show. It's 10:10 here. It's at 11:05. So after the show, I'm gonna hop on the scooter, take a 10-minute ride down. I'm gonna watch that bitch tonight, sir.
Oh, okay, enjoy.
I do what I can. That's the beauty of living near a fucking movie theater. Because if you got to drive a half an hour, 20, 30 minutes, it sucks. But if I had a car, I could drive there in 2 minutes. It's that close. It would take me longer to find a place to park than to drive there. So that's the beauty of living there. That's why I keep that shit. It's so worth it, bro. Like, I think because it was 4DX, I had to pay $8 for the ticket today.
They got a brand new one not too far from me, but they still haven't opened yet.
Yeah, once that shit open up, because you know COVID is popping back up, or C-19 is popping back up, so they're kind of scared. But once the winter passes, they'll probably open it back up. If they're smart, they'll open it before Christmas to get that Christmas money, because the Christmas movies kill. But we'll watch this. We're gonna enjoy Philly bio. We'll finish it out, and then I'm gonna hop my drunk high ass on a scooter and go see this Expendables 4 with 50 Cent and his terrible acting.
Jeez.
$100 says 50 Cent busts out into a rap song middle of the movie.
Brand new Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Today we are taking a look at a brand new fan-made tool that helps you predict how much your turnips will sell for in New Horizons. It's really cool, so without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So as you know, Daisy May arrives on our islands every Sunday morning and offers to sell us pretty much as many turnips as we want to buy at a random price. We then have the rest of the week to sell these turnips before they go rotten. Each day between Monday and the following Saturday, Timmy and Tommy will give us a set price for what they are willing to pay for our turnips, which changes every 12 hours. They give their first price during the AM and a second price in the PM. So basically we get 2 chances per day to turn a profit, because let's face it, no one wants to sell their turnips for less than they paid. Now, turnips can be bought for as low as like 20 or 30 bells each and sold somewhere in the range of 600 plus bells. So every day, New Horizons players can potentially make millions of bells, literally. This is known as the stalk market. Now, this stalk market may appear pretty random, and it is, but the algorithm Timmy and Tommy use to calculate what prices they offer to buy our turnips does follow certain predefined patterns and can be somewhat predicted based on how much our turnips were bought for on the Sunday and what offers we receive throughout the week. Using this data, we can get a good idea of what prices we can expect thanks to a tool called Turnip Calculator. All we have to do is record our turnip prices twice a day and we can see a range of prices that our offers will fall into. So let's check it out. So this is the Animal Crossing New Horizons Turnip Calculator. As you can see, it starts as a blank.
Bolo, do you use the calculator?
I actually plotted. Last year I was plotting them on. I have a whiteboard in my living room, and me and the boy we plot them and look at the histogram.
Okay, so you guys are doing like a manual version.
Yeah.
That's dope. Well, definitely, I don't know if you're not using this. Use this as an aid, Make sure your plotting's on point,
Yeah.
Canvas, allowing us to input the price we bought our turnips for, followed by the prices Timmy and Tommy give us each day. As you can see, the graph is showing default values and averages and stuff like that. So let's put in the price Daisy May sold us turnips for, which this week was 102 bells. Not the best price, but definitely not the worst. So you may have just noticed the graph has already changed and started to predict where our turnip prices will fall over the next few days based solely on how much we bought them for. And if we check predictions for tomorrow, which is Monday AM, we can see the buy price, which we already know is 102, and just below the guaranteed minimum offer we will receive will be 85 bells. This is the absolute lowest offer we will receive from Timmy and Tommy. We also get the average, which is 100, so that's not far off the 102 price. So I'd say,
Bolo, are they the same people that you always sell them to, or do you have to find people?
They're the same people. Timmy and Tommy is the coons. The Tanuki.
Yeah, call him Tanuki.
You almost got blocked there.
I don't know. I haven't checked my email yet, but I'm sure you two just sent me one like we heard that shit. You know they done fucked up, right? They done fucked up, right? Nah, they don't care. As long as you say it off the fly. And as long as you don't point it at anybody, it's usually okay. But I guess they're raccoons, correct?
Tanuki.
Okay, like Mario.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good. The maximum turnip price Timmy and Tommy will offer tomorrow is 145, which is good because that's way more than 102. However, the minimum price they will offer is only 39 bells, which is terrible and a third of the price we paid. So we know Monday in the AM, our price will fall between 39 bells and 145 with an average of 100. So at this point, it could go either way. Anyway, moving on, Monday's AM price turned out to be 91 bells, so below average, but just as the graph predicted, as it was in between 39 and 145, so it's pretty accurate. And of course, based on this, it now suggests Monday PMs will be between 34 and 145. Of course, we don't want to sell at a loss, so we know at this point to keep our bells, plus looking at the graph, there's a good indication that the max will be pretty high at some point during the week. Monday's PM price was 127, so a reasonable improvement on 102. It would of course make a profit, so let's add that to the calculator. And immediately we can see quite a drastic change in the graph, and already it's giving a pretty clear indication that a potential maximum will be in the range of 600 on Tuesday PM, but don't forget that's just a prediction, and there's also a possibility of a minimum as low as 60. Ouch.
Damn.
So based on Monday's input so far, it's predicting Tuesdays will have a maximum of 206, but a minimum of 60 with an average of 107. So we know Tuesday is...
So Volo, is this kind of how you guys go about it?
Yeah, exactly. But
so question, does it usually work out how you planned or no?
No, that Tuesday is 80% of the time that Tuesday's still like 100, or it ain't astronomical like he's saying. My normal big days,
but he did say it could be as low as 30.
Yeah, that's what I mean. My normal big days are Wednesday and Thursdays. I did have like a $600 day, like one Friday, but that was like once a year. Like that's rare to have it on Friday, so I'm not expecting a real high price tomorrow. But it can happen,
If we wanted to sell turnips quickly, could be the day to do it. Anyway, Tuesday AMs turned out to be 169, which is much higher than our base price of 102, so would give us a pretty decent profit. And again, the graph correctly predicted it as 169 is between 60 and 206. It could have been a bit higher, of course, but it's well above average, so it's pretty decent. Let's put 169 in and see the effects on future prices. And just like that, you can see it fully reinforces Tuesday PM is looking really, really good, with a maximum of 614, which is probably the highest I've ever seen in any Animal Crossing game, to be honest, but a minimum of 141, which for a minimum is still pretty high actually. So even if I was unlucky and got the minimum price next, we know we'd still turn a profit. You may also notice the average has increased right now to a massive 290.
Once a month.
It's looking really good, but we have to take note of the rest of the week, and we can see after Tuesday PM, everything starts to drop off. So it turns out that Tuesday PM was a whopping 596 bells per turnip, which, as the graph indicated, is on the higher end of the scale, towards the maximum of 614, and will net us more than 5 times as much as we originally paid. Let's input this in the graph. As you can see, it adjusts the graph accordingly. It seems this week we are super lucky and got peak prices on Tuesday. Now the graph suggests Wednesday will also be a pretty good day, offering a profit if we miss the massive price increase Timmy and Tommy offered on Tuesday PM, with a minimum of 141 and a maximum of 206. So again, based on the data so far, we turn a profit on the Wednesday, and it even looks like the minimum guaranteed price would be 202 bells, which is nearly double, so nothing to complain about. But after Wednesday AM, all the prices drop significantly, and although are subject to change based on future prices, the minimum, the average, and even the maximum Timmy and Tommy would offer look to be below the 102 base price that we purchased the turnips for originally for the rest of the week. So really, no matter what the price is the next day, we need to sell now or we'd likely lose bells. So yeah, this gives you a good idea of how to use the turnip calculator, and shows us that by inputting our prices, we can get a good idea of when to keep our turnips or when to sell. The algorithm does follow certain patterns, but hopefully this tool will help you sell before you lose any bells. Anyway, for now, that pretty much wraps up this video.
All right, excellent.
Yeah, but I'm about to take a serious major L, nigga.
So what's the story? So do you sometimes sit on your stuff and not sell it, being greedy, and then it goes bad?
Yeah. So I can't. Yeah, I'm sitting at $77 per bell right now, man. I'm ready. I'm about to take a major loss.
Big L, monster L. That's life. All right, we got 10 minutes. Let me try to speed. Let me see what I can find about our Peedi Crakk bio. Any commentary while I look this up?
No, that's just one of the fun aspects of the game. It's also some terraforming where you can change the islands. It's meeting friends. The animals become your friends. Each animal has like a little different artificial intelligence, kind of whether they friendly or grouchy or dopey or stuff like that. Animal Crossing is a real cool game, man. It's one of my favorite games on the system. That F-099, whoo, that's a bucket full of fun, man. It's you racing against 99 other people on F-Zero, the classic F-Zero from Super Nintendo.
Yeah, the job and sport game.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out like I went to like they start you off with bots. So the first race is the normal 10, the second race is 50, then they gave me 100. And I came in second overall with all the so I thought I was feeling myself, and boom, laughing at me. He's like, all right, now take it online. So then I finally took it online with the 99. I can't place higher than 60. So you got to work your way up, get better at it. Ain't no if you hit like one rail, you fucked up.
Damn. Sound all right. I guess we don't got no real biography out here video wise. H1.
But yeah, that's what I've been doing most of than watching movies and sports and stuff like that. I'm trying to think what is off. I've been on my Tubi tip. So, yeah, I watched the Book of Eli.
Oh, that Book of Eli fire.
Yeah, so that was a good movie to watch. Been able to go back on my classic movie tip. So the Book of Eli, I highly subscribe it. One of Denzel's, but I do want to see Equalizer 3. I still ain't see that yet.
I went to see that last week. She was off the chain, bro.
Yeah. I might sneak in the theater this Saturday or something. Go sneak and go check it out. I ain't going to no 4D though.
Yeah, here we go. I think we got something here. Let's see.
I do want to support the 4D.
So you know what? I'm gonna play some of this as long as I can. I'm gonna skip through every few minutes, but this apparently appears to be a short documentary about Peedi Crakk.
Okay.
I call it the Clout Cancun. Since I got to go to the movie, I'm gonna just run it up to about 10:50 and then bounce out and just head straight to the theater.
Okay.
And whatnot. So
I don't want you to be late for the movie, man.
What'd you say?
Don't be late for the movie, man.
Nigga, the movie don't start till 15 to 20 minutes after it starts.
No, okay.
So really, I got to 11:30. But some of the joints be like 15 minutes, some be 20, but usually about 15. Dog, I went there 15 minutes late. I thought I was too late. Still got food. Went in, and it was finishing up like the very last joint. And the movie started as soon as I sat down. And it was like almost 30 minutes after the time. So if I'm 5, 10, 15, that don't mean no big deal. But I want to run this up because I don't feel like really reading his bio. And so we'll skip through some of this. Props to the Clout Clinician, Cancun, whatever the fuck his name is. And let's check out his video so he can teach us a little about PDP. I heard they got a number. Whoa! He is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and that's our Peedi Crakk is our Philly bio of the day. Matter of fact, let me grab that shit right quick. Let me see what we got. Let me go this. Bang, Philly bio, copy, save. Yeah, got bam. All right, and that's bam, bam. And then share. I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna get myself together while this bio about Peedi Crakk plays. Oh, let me hit the wrong one. Look at this Philly bio. Actually, let me put it like this: the Peedi Crakk, the Prince of Documentary. There we go. Go check out the full documentary. I'm gonna play this to skip through it, guys. Let's see. Bam. All right, there we go. Let's check this bitch out.
Let's get it going, man. Let's get into the video. Peedi Crakk would be born Pedro Zayas in September of 1977 and grew up in North Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Growing up, Peedi dabbled in the street life and was very mischievous as a kid. Hip-hop was always around him growing up, and his uncle put him on to people like Public Enemy and LL Cool J. Peedi hated school and didn't want to do nothing else besides write raps. The rap group Cuff Crew from Philly really made Peedi realize that he could do rap because they were from Philly as well. While in high school, Peedi would be a part of a group called Ice City with the rapper Freeway, who would later be in State Property with him. Freeway's cousin, Indy 500, who has always been a frequent collaborator and friend to Peedi, was also in this version of the group alongside Ty Nitty, who's the originator of the idea of the name of the group. He was Ty Nitty at the time, but later went by the name Hustle. Notice how I said for this version of the group because Freeway would later run with the Ice City name and drop the project Welcome to the Hood with his version of Ice City, which consisted of himself, Hydro, Face Money, and Bars. The relationship between Freeway and Peedi runs very deep and plays a pivotal part in the backstory of Peedi Crakk. Peedi and Freeway would get locked up together, with both of them being in the same drug program, but ultimately Peedi violated this drug program. When it comes to Rockefeller, Freeway drew the attention first. He caught the attention of Beanie while rapping on stage at a club in Philly, and Beanie told Freeway that he wanted him on the team as soon as he got situated. Something that I do know is that Freeway has said that he did rap for Jay-Z backstage at the Tyson vs. Botha fight in Madison Square Garden, which took place in January of 1999. Sometime later, Freeway was taken up to New York again with a bunch of other rappers this time, and according to Freeway, when he rapped for Jay-Z this time, he ran out of the room and thought Freeway was just crazy. Freeway would have a warrant out for his arrest at the time and was on the run, so he thought that he was about to get a record deal and then get a lawyer. As fate would have it, a week or so later after this, Freeway was back on the block in Philly, and some cops pulled up behind him and his friend while Freeway was playing his demo for him. Freeway knew that he had warrants, so he got out of the car and ran, and then the cops caught him, and he would end up going back to jail. Once he got home, he was put on house arrest for a while, and Beanie was in California at the time and told Freeway how nice it was out there and how once Freeway got off of house arrest, he would be there right with him. Beanie stood true to his word, and Freeway's big introduction was on the song 1-900 Hustler, where he had a crazy verse. He actually wasn't signed yet when he did that song because he still had to prove himself through various means, but ended up getting a deal with Rockefeller, as we know. Mind you, this is all happening while Peedi is locked up. 1-900 Hustler would appear on the Dynasty Rock La Familia album, which would drop in October of 2000. People in jail knew that Freeway was a friend of Peedi's, and this is when Peedi said, F the whole Ice City thing, and it was now Peedi and Indy 500 doing their own thing. Around this time is when Peedi would meet up with Oshkino. The old heads, when Peedi was coming up, was getting money with Oshkino and Clark's old heads, and they used to have the artists battle each other. Everybody ends up rapping for a long time, but it finally comes down to Oshkino and Peedi because both had a lot of material. Peedi has said that he had a lot of raps due to him writing about 5 raps a day. Later on, Peedi saw Oshkino on South Street in Philly and recognized him, and they exchanged numbers to do a song. At this time, Oshkino was with Rockefeller and a part of the whole Black Friday thing. They would end up doing a song together called Wanna Ride, and when this song was released, Peedi was going under the name Pedro Tequila. He actually says the name during his verse in the song. The reason why his name was Pedro Tequila was because he thought that tequila was Spanish since Peedi is Black and Puerto Rican. He was completely unaware of the fact that tequila mainly comes from Mexico. As far as he came up with the name Peedi Crakk, it unintentionally happened when in a song, Peedi said the line, "They call me Peedi Cracko like Benny Blanco." Benny Blanco being a reference to Benny Blanco from the movie Carlito's Way. That was a lot of people around him's favorite rap, and he cut the O off of Crakko, and that's how he got Peedi Crakk, even though Peedi has said that he never wanted to glorify crack or anything like that. But back to the song Wanna Ride, and it originally was supposed to be Peedi, Oshkino, and a guy by the name of Young Grant on the song who rode with Beanie at the time, but Young Grant sadly got murdered, so they needed someone else to put on the song, so they got Emilio Sparks, who Peedi actually didn't really like at first because he felt like he was little and had a very cocky and bossy attitude. The song would end up being played for Dame Dash, who was one of the co-founders of Rockefeller Records, and he really liked the song, and he wanted to meet Peedi. A month before, he was watching guys like Jay-Z, Mariah Carey, and Dame Dash on TV, but now they were all in his presence. Beanie put in a good word for Peedi, and Dame Dash asked Peedi if he wanted to be a part of the Rockefeller family. Peedi, of course, said yes because this was his dream. And Dame asked Peedi if he had a lawyer, which Peedi didn't, so Dame told him to get one. Peedi took his number down, and for 2 weeks, nothing happened again. But about a month after the Miami thing, Peedi got a call from a lawyer, and he ended up in a deal. The contract was for $600,000, and he got $600,000 up front. So he took it because, like I said, prior to the whole Miami thing, he was selling weed in front of a bar, so 60 racks was looking real good to Peedi at the time. Peedi got signed around 2001, as he said on the Flip the Script podcast. He was signed as a solo artist, and the thought of putting him in state property wasn't there yet. Even though Peedi was signed to Rockefeller, he still wasn't in the inner circles at the label and had to work to get in. He joined at a crazy time because by 2001, Rockefeller was booming. Cameron just got signed that year. State property was in full effect. Jay-Z was on fire. They had the movies, everything. Rockefeller versus Nas, Rockefeller versus D-Block, State Property versus Major Figures.
I mean, I can go ever. Death of a Dynasty.
A crazy time.
See that shit.
Peedi would get involved in the Nas situation. Him rapping on the grinding beat with State Property members as one example. He didn't really want to go into the whole D-Block thing because he was a huge fan of Jadakiss. But 2001 will be a crazy year, but 2002 was when Peedi would start making moves. Him and Indy 500 would release the mixtape Crime Partners this year, and there's footage on Too Raw for the Streets of Peedi doing an in-store mixtape release for the project with Indy. At the in-store, he said that by mid-2003 was when his Rockefeller album should be done at the time. Also in 2002, we would see the release of the classic movie Paid in Full, and on the soundtrack to that movie, we would hear the song One for Peedi Crakk. Now, the original version of this song was done before 2002 and featured Freeway and Indy 500, but the track was a little different and catered more to their style. One day, while performing in Philly, Peedi would play the song, and Cameron, because Beans and I'm assuming members of State Property had an issue with Cameron getting on a quote-unquote Philly record, even though Peedi didn't even know that those people even wanted to get on the record. Dame Dash came to Cameron and said that they wanted to keep State Property on it and still have Cam, but get rid of Jewels, in which Cameron didn't like that. Do you remember earlier when I talked about how I saw the Kanye Netflix documentary? But like I said, I really wanted to do this video for a while. After seeing the Kanye Netflix documentary like a while back, it really sparked my interest to continue on with this video. I vividly remember the part of the second episode in the documentary of when Kanye was at the video shoot for One for Peedi Crakk, and Kanye was being told that he was the best rapper producer, but did like that title and wanted to be held in the same regard as a rapper. Peedi was signed around 2001, and Kanye was signed in 2002, but the label at this time was backing Peedi. At the time, nobody really had a clue how big Kanye was going to be, but the thing I really didn't like was when the documentary dropped, people were calling Peedi a bum, among other things, and discrediting how dope he was. Obviously, we know that Peedi didn't blow up to be like Kanye, but we'll get into necessarily why Peedi didn't really blow up, but he 100% had the talent to be a big star.
Bolo, is it safe to say that Peedi Crakk is a better rapper than Kanye West ever could be?
Yeah, Kanye's just, he's a witty producer, that's all.
You know who Kanye West is? He Pete Rock.
Yeah.
So you tell me Pete Rock was crazy on the mic?
Pete Rock was witty.
No, they'll be like, yo, is Pete Rock a CL? I do the things that smell well. Pete Rock can do it because I make a beat the fluid. Got a couple bells going. Yo, I did the beat now. Chilling with the Just Pete Rock was trash on the mic.
He trash. He's witty. I like Pete Rock on the mic.
I know, but let's be honest. Is Pete Rock a better rapper than Peedi Crakk?
Oh, no.
Not even close, right? I would say the best producer rapper is Dr. Dre.
But that's not really Dre, though.
Well, I mean, if you want to go with people that you thought it was Dre, well, the Puff Daddy is the greatest producer.
You threw up in my mouth, man. Come on, man. Let's.
Wait. So you didn't listen to that Puff Daddy and the Family album?
Fuck Puff Daddy, man.
Yo,
yes, man.
That Puff Daddy and the Family album was fire.
All right.
Hey, Puff was on there spitting his ass off because niggas wrote it for him.
Yeah, but
So I mean that's not fair. But for example, get them out of it. They can't rap like Peedi Crakk can. It's my point. The point is that Peedi Crakk is the better rapper in talent as far as rap goes, right?
I hear you.
Kanye just had beats and he was just a nigga with dope beats, but Kanye can't rap for shit. You know what I'm saying? He sounds like a fucking fat woman rapper. Anyway.
In the documentary, it states that Peedi fit the image of Rockefeller at the time more. Do you want to go with Damon Biggs or go with Jay-Z? Beanie, Cam with Dipset, and some others sided with Dame. Dame also brought ODB's masters to his album, A Son Unique, with him as well. The Young Guns, Bleak, Kanye, and Freeway, along with some others, went with Jay-Z. This split pretty much affected pretty much everybody on the roster, especially State Property and the individuals within State Property. Also, there was some tension in State Property because people wanted to get on point with the business side of things, so they went to Beanie and he didn't really give them any answers. After the split, Peedi was considered a free agent and there was nothing about State Property in his contract since he was signed as a solo artist and became State Property. Dame Dash wanted to have a meeting with Peedi, and Peedi would then go to the meeting and noticed that some things were very off. He noticed that normally when he was around Dame Dash and his people, they would usually take shots of Armandale vodka, but on this day, they were drinking out of the bottle and telling him to drink a bottle and kept on doing toast. Peedi got drunk and then Dame Dash pulled out the paperwork, and Peedi said that he would only sign to Dame for the right price. Peedi would then say a number, and then Dame Dash offered him $10,000 to $15,000. Peedi said that he used to make that amount of money doing certain shows. Dame would then call Beans to talk to Peedi, but Peedi told Beans that he wasn't getting enough bread from Dame Dash, so Beanie told Peedi to take his Rockefeller chain off and give it to
I was always wondering why Peedi Crakk kind of just fell away as such a dope rapper. But when you hear that Dame Dash tried to get him drunk and try to get him for basically $10,000 or $15,000 for his career, what do you think about that?
Just Dame Dash, man.
Well, you know, he learned from Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
To Dame Dash because Peedi was wearing Beans Rockefeller chain, ended up costing Peedi some endorsement opportunities. Peedi has said that the crack in his name doesn't necessarily mean crack rock, but his lawyer advised him to change his name, in which he really didn't want to do. People were calling, asking Peedi to do endorsements for things like Corona and independent clothing lines, but they weren't filling the crack part of his name. But nonetheless, Peedi was looked upon as to be one of the stars of this newer version of Rockefeller, and one of the first big things that he did post-breakup was land on Neo's first single, Stay, for his debut album. Peedi was in a meeting, and Jay-Z's right-hand man, Tata, said that he had a song for Peedi and told him that he needed to do it now and then. Once again, Peedi had another good performance, but the song failed to make the Billboard Hot 100. However, the next Neo single, So Sick, would blow up and reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. 2006 would come around, and Peedi was talking about his album coming out, but it eventually never did, as we know. As to one of the reasons why his album never came out, Peedi has said that when he was ready, the label wasn't ready. And when the label is about Peedi, I don't speak to Peedi at all because he's a psycho. No, he's a psycho. That's what I truly believe. Not trying to be funny or anything. Jay-Z would also say this quote about Peedi as well. It's difficult because I've done so much for them. I gave everybody a shot and everybody got a chance to sit at the table and make something. So whether you parlay that into something or let that go away, you know that's pretty much on you. So if I'm not doing anything tomorrow or the next day, you should be cool with that. In response to this, years later on Vlad TV, Peedi said that he agreed with what Jay-Z said in that last quote. He took responsibility when he wasn't giving it his all. But cutting back to 2010, and Peedi would say in an interview that he never came at Jay-Z. He was just setting the record straight for people who didn't really know exactly what happened. He said that that was the past, and he was now focusing on releasing his debut album called Time of the Night. To my knowledge, this also never came out, just like his debut album on Rockefeller, Prince of the Rock, never came out. Something that I did want to mention on this video is that Peedi has addressed there being rumors that he joined the legendary group The Roots, which formed in Philly. Peedi would say, it's just that the public was always consistently seeing me on Roots projects, 3 Roots albums. I could go to Larry Gold Studios right now and just go in there and record something and just leave it there for Black Thought. He'll just lay a verse and it might end up on a Roots album. That's how most of them joints I'm on happened. They just came from songs that I left there. But essentially, we have covered the meat and potatoes of Peedi's career. After Rockefeller, he did drop projects and was still very active. And even as of recently in 2021, he dropped a song called Sports Mode, which a lot of fans praised. And I think that this year in 2022, he still dropped some songs. But something that I discussed earlier as to some of the reasons why Peedi never popped are a multitude of things. One thing that Peedi has, that he's influenced
attitude,
I love you guys with all my heart.
and he didn't take advantage of the opportunity like Jay-Z said, even though Jay-Z fucked him. All right, so we're getting to show's close out. Final words, Volo.
Check me out on all my social media. Volo Thampem Tautology is the name. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, or now X. I got to do it. What's the name? I got to get more consistent with my. What's the one? What's the other metaverse one called?
Twitter.
Yeah, the one that's like Twitter now.
Twitch.
The one that's like Twitter. Threads. I got to start doing my threads more.
I'm only a president on Threads. I'm not even Carl or Mr. C on Threads. I'm strictly the president. So everything I say in there has to be like completely thought out. There is no slapping the dick on the track on Threads for me.
Volo Television. I did a 5-minute funk video the other day. I'm about to drop another one.
Yeah, add it to the playlist. I meant to share the store like 45 minutes early. I made a playlist of all your videos since Volo. Since you started Volo, what's the show? Volo something one.
The Volo Television.
Volo Show. The Volo Show.
The Volo Show. Okay.
Yeah. So everything from then on the way to the new ones I seen you did, I put on a playlist. So I was just letting the playlist run. But it's set up because from now on, I want to start the shows like an hour to an hour and a half early. And I would just pick like either my stuff or the skip bag stuff or your stuff, and I would just let it run.
Oh, okay.
For like an hour, even an hour and a half, just like everything. Because we have so much material, we might as well make it a single solid show. So it's at least okay if people like the talking part, they come for the talking part. But if they like, maybe people like the videos we play.
Yeah.
Like shit. Well, while I'm not doing nothing, I might as well have these videos up just running. People could just be sitting there enjoying the videos, and that may even inspire them to come back later and check us out.
All right.
So that's one thing I'm gonna add to the show. I'm gonna trying to start the show an hour before we normally do, but it's not for us. It's just so I can put up a list and play some of the videos that we own. You know what I mean? Because I figure we own the shit. It's our stuff. It's ours. Why not use it?
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
And in that way, they'll know what time we're coming on, and we can, consistently check the chat.
Yep. Well, ain't nobody in the chat but me in this motherfucker. Let me tell you that.
I don't even have it on my screen. I have 2 screens in front of me. I don't even have it on that right now.
You ain't missing shit. There ain't nothing but mine. I saw that bitch. That's the game. Any other words?
That's all. Just check out I got a lot of new stuff coming. Me and the boy, we about to start streaming too. We're going to start doing some gameplay and stream that.
Yes.
Just having some fun with the boy,
You know, that's what it's all about. Father, son, quality time, build with the boy. You know what I mean? Build with the boy and whatnot. My dad, I think my dad is one of the only people I like. So that's all right. You know what I mean? It's a shame. They drag, don't even get me started. They dragging that man into a coffin. Anyway, that was deep. But anyway, my Part of Town podcast. I'm Mr. Cena Force, aka Poppy Carr, the bad boy, aka Black Jesus. And I'm also here with Volo M. Tall Talja, aka VMT the Master, aka I don't answer no questions, bitch. AKA I think he's an Indian doing a chant when I ask him questions sometimes. And he don't play no games. We do shows all the time. This is a makeup show for yesterday's show, the My Part of Town podcast. It's all about Philly. On Saturdays, we plan to do our show called the Volo and Butthead Techapalooza. If you have not noticed, he's Volo, I'm Butthead, a Beavis and Butthead spin. But I'm really like Beavis, but I have Butthead's name. So I'm like Beavis and Butthead had sex, which I'm sure actually happened on that cartoon. But that's, what'd you say, Bob?
No, that was the emo.
What that nigga say?
He said, please put me on the desktop.
Look at you, bitch ass nigga. You stay on the floor and you act like a man. All right. Now, guys, I'm sorry if I offended anybody, but emo is this robot that's going to kill Volo one day while he's asleep. So I got to threaten him as much as possible just to keep my family alive. That's what that's about. So don't be offended. I'm not being mean to technology, even though it all needs to be burned and destroyed. And we should just use regular wood fire and just live outside. I think that's safe. But anyway, our show's at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. If we miss it on Saturday, it will be on Sunday as a makeup show. Then we're back on Monday with the noodle-free Mondays podcast, which is all about noodles and jerks that act really stupid and say stupid things. That's every Monday. And like any show, if we miss it, next day. Miss it, next day. Because we're going to be here like Puff Daddy. We can't stop. We won't stop. And we will make you take that. And just to close, love is good. Life is better. You better do something that's going to make your ass last forever. And if you can do something tonight, go see Expendables with the 4 in it. Because that's what I'm doing as soon as I hit this end of life button. This is the My Part of Town podcast. And I am probably about to get kicked out of a movie theater